How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Matchday Live. It's the Emirates Cup. We've got Sevilla close to kick-off, about 25 minutes away from kick-off. The lineups are out, and yeah, we're going to get into it all. I'm with a few of the regulars. Cecil to my right. What are you saying, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm excited for the game. The last pre-season game before the season starts. I'm excited, man.
Why aren't you in there asking questions to Mikel?
We're starting with that already. Listen, I might just jump over to the Emirates after. No, I'm joking. We're not there today, but you know, hopefully when the season starts, we'll have to arrange something Arsenal. That'd be great. But yeah, man. Hi, Mikel.
I said hi, Mikel. Get me off this sofa immediately. To my left, Helen. You're right, Helen?
I'm good.
Recovered from Orlando?
I'm still slightly jet lagged, but I'm getting there. Yeah.
James.
When did you come back?
Tuesday.
Okay, day off. So,
You had a Monday flight, so yeah, you arrived Tuesday. We had a Sunday, arrived Monday.
Yeah, well, it was Sunday when we left. It was, it took so long, didn't it? But we made it.
Were you on a direct flight back?
We were on a direct flight back, but it was just we were 6 hours at the airport, and then it was delayed further, and then we were an hour on the plane after we landed.
Delays?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, loads of delays.
Oh, so I was very lucky.
I mean, listen, I'm not.
Even when we landed, there was about a 45-minute delay.
Yeah.
And it was nice and warm at least.
Was you on a flying freezer as well?
Mine was just fine.
Yours was fine, yeah?
I heard.
Who did you fly with?
I dodged a bullet.
BA.
I flew BA.
It was a Virgin.
Yeah, I flew BA.
Virgin needs to take some notes. I can't lie. They froze man on that flight, but it is what it is. And then they started handing out ice lollies. But that's a story for another day. That's a story for another day.
I think we've more than told it.
That goes down in history. I'm telling my kids about that story.
Blankets or anything?
Blankets? They might as well give me a tea towel to put on.
Yeah, let's do that.
Thin.
Yeah.
Virgin, that airline's fallen off.
Virgin
I can't
are
lie
normally
to you.
really good as well.
Oh, well,
They were meant to be, yeah. I heard, good things about them, but
That airline's fallen off.
if you do want to sponsor the channel and all that, just email through. But
Isn't it Richard Branson?
It is Richard Branson.
Did he sell it maybe? Or is
I don't know.
What's going on with
Turkey's
him?
going to be onto him like the
Apart from
Conkies
being
as
really
well.
cold, I thought it was great.
bring Branson here, man. I need to speak to him about that.
It's going to be the new Conkies.
But listen, it's our last pre-season game. The lineup's out. It is a strong lineup. I'm going to get into that in a hot sec. Let me just bring it up now. Actually, let me get into it now. Here it is. Lineup. Ramsdale's in goal. Ben White right back. Gabriel and Saliba centre back, and Zinchenko left back. Exactly the same as last time out against Chelsea and Orlando. Then we have Partey, Xhaka, and Odegaard. Strong in the middle. My thoughts on Xhaka, but as strong as it can be. And then up front, we've got Saka, Martinelli, and Gabriel Jesus. On the bench, Turner, Runnison, Cedric, Bellerin, Murray, Holding, El Nene, Maitland-Niles, Lokonga, Marquinhos, Pepe, Nelson, and Eddie Nketiah. Stacked bench full of names, but
So no Tomiyasu, Tierney or Vieira still.
Which is the right.
Yep, and no Emil Smith.
Taylor lied to me.
but he did say to you in a week he'll be
back.
Who was that? Tommy.
Yeah, he says so. He won't be.
think they're in
Doesn't mean going to
training.
be in. Yeah, doesn't
They're
mean
in
to be in the start 11. To be fair.
Look, I mean, I think where it's a shame is that you want them getting those pre-season minutes. The next game is Palace, so don't expect them to be basically, I don't expect them to have any first-team involvement
Not for,
for
the
a month.
Yeah, a few
now.
games.
I think this was the last chance for a while. They might get some minutes off the bench. That those first 5 games, they're not easy. No game in the league's easy, but they are. It's not the worst start to a Premier League season you could have. So they might get minutes off the bench, but otherwise, in terms of starting a game, I think we're looking at that, third round of the Carabao Cup, whenever that is. So, yeah, I think it might be a while till we actually see them get some minutes.
And it seems that Arteta's kind of found his. Would you call it a plan B with Ben White right back? Was this the plan for Tomiyasu all along?
Oh, that's a good question. Because Cedric, that's my personal. I like Cedric, so I think he does the job there. But I think he is favouring Ben White of what we've seen through pre-season, which is it a shame? I'd like to hear what everyone else thinks, because is the quality such a big drop off from Ben White and then Cedric being in there? Because I think Cedric does offer a bit more going forward, but Ben White is obviously, I think he reads the game a lot better, intercepts the ball a lot better, and probably plays out the back a lot better. But I guess this is his plan B.
And Arteta wants that one attacking fullback. Let me ask you a question. It seems like Ben White's going to start the season right back, accommodate Gabriel Saliba in the middle, and obviously the Tomiyasu loss. But let's say we move into September. Tomiyasu's had a good 3 weeks of training. He's come off the bench a couple of times, 30 minutes here and there. Is Tomiyasu still our starting right back, or is Ben White
Well, I
taking
feel
over
like
that
there's
role?
a light
I feel
show
like I'm
going
in
on.
Stranger Things, and
I know,
someone's trying to speak
I was
to
just
us through the
thinking
lights.
that.
There's a light show going on here. I love it
Spell
though.
something out to us. What White is the most like for like when Tomiyasu was a centre back converted right back. He had played right. There's still,
I'm going, boys.
going on?
I'm going. Give me some music.
we're getting
Get
messages.
up.
Maybe they're saying Tommy
I'm going.
Yasu is on right back, not Ben White.
Play
What's
some
going on?
music.
Look, what White's the most like for like. That's what it is.
I
Production
think
have lost their minds now.
It's
They're
a good place to be in, to have three
Options.
options now, and then we can't forget Ainsley either. You've still got him.
I
that
want to,
can
but
be-
yeah, we can't.
No, while he's at the club,
Yeah.
You've still got the option, God forbid, of injuries and certain games you want to rest players.
But me and James did talk yesterday on AFTV Live, and I asked him the question. Listen, we've got about 33 senior players, so we're going to have to get rid of a fair few.
We've got so many.
But I don't know if we're going to be able to get
Have
rid
we
of
not
everyone.
mentioned Bellerin?
He's
Listen,
on the bench.
I'd
What's
rather
happening?
not, but
Yeah, what's happening? Because he hasn't kind of actually been sold. Or...
no one wants to pay for him. They want him on a free.
He
and
wore
I
the
think-
armband in
gonna-
I believe Nuremberg as well.
I'm not sure why that was. Maybe that was us trying to
'Cause
say
that's
to Betis, we'll keep him if you don't want him.
Potential right backs.
But he didn't get any game time in the Chelsea game, which I think tells you a lot. 'Cause he
Or the
started
Brentford
Yeah.
behind closed doors.
Or Brentford behind closed
Oh,
doors. So yeah, that's.
good point.
But then I have a theory that Brentford game was actually about getting what the Europa League side out is more likely to be. Give them some minutes because they're not going to play a lot, and then suddenly they're going to be called upon in Europe. So I think it's about giving them some minutes and understanding that there's going to kind of be two teams for the two different competitions, especially this early on. Sorry, we didn't really answer your question on why. He's just the most like for like with Tomiyasu. I think it's that. It's a case of you don't really change the system too much. You don't really change what that player's strengths and weaknesses are. He's not going to get forward too much, but he's going to form a nice little base.
Yeah.
And the one thing I'd say about Arsenal, and we'll see how we look today, I hope I don't eat my words, when we have White or a Tomiyasu there, and we have sort of two centre-backs we're really comfortable in, we don't look as vulnerable on the counter-attack because you've got that natural bit more. I mean, I remember some of the days under Wenger, I mean, we've had it under Arteta and Emery, where we used to just get absolutely pulled apart on the counter-attack. And I think we're a little bit more prepared for that now with a more defensively minded fullback in there.
We have a super chat from Mark. He says it's 9:07 p.m. in Australia. Big up all the Australian fans. Big up all the ones we met in Orlando as well. He says, can't wait for the game. Loving the lineup. Big up everyone. By the way, have you all seen the dressing room speech? That was emotional. Obviously talking about the Mikel Arteta all or nothing clip. Have we all seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was.
Emotional?
I haven't seen it properly. I just saw a bit of it. I haven't actually.
Yeah.
You know what it showed me? It showed me that there's
Humanised
maybe a
him.
side to Arteta that I don't naturally think of. If you told me to imagine what his team talks are, and you told me to imagine what his style of motivation is and whatever, I wouldn't have thought it's to kind of tap into what he's been through and all that. Whether it works for some or others, or people find it emotional, whatever, that's up to you. But the point is, I always thought of him very tactics based. I'm a tactician. I'm going to prepare you. I'm going to, you know what I mean? Very almost. I guess I always thought of him as a little bit more robotic.
Yeah.
But clearly, you went
more
on the
depth
emotion
or
there.
spiritual?
I think he just sort of said like, look, guys, like this is what I've been going through, and this is kind of I don't know. He tapped into a different side, and you know, I'm one of these people when it comes to this documentary. I'd like it to have come out all before the new season. I don't know how I'm going to feel when I'm watching Palace, but I've just watched 3 episodes that's been referring to a season that's gone. That didn't really ultimately end the way we wanted. All that. So yeah. I'd rather it came out earlier, but I'm intrigued to see what we see from it.
I'm going to be honest, I did like it. Emotional's not I'm not going to use the word emotional, but I did really enjoy seeing it. I mean, I come from an era of a manager, if things aren't going right, you've just been beaten by 3 teams and you're trying to get something out of the players, we get shouted at or stuff thrown at us, or there'll be a coach that might come and speak to you and tell you how to work in a game and improve in the second half. I didn't expect, like James said, from Mikel Arteta, giving you an emotional story about, you know, he was the first to have heart surgery in his country and it could have been life or death.
Oh, wow.
And that. Like,
I must watch it. I haven't seen none of this.
It's big.
Okay.
It's big. Was he? I don't even know. I don't think he was even playing up to the cameras. It seemed authentic from him.
Genuine,
Yeah, it
yeah.
did. It really did. And
You just lost 3 on the bounce. You're playing Norwich. He's not doing anything for the
yeah,
camera.
No,
not that deep
He's
as well. For
worrying
Norwich.
about
Is that where that team talk came in?
Yeah, Norwich. Yeah, against
So
Norwich.
it was
Against
on the back
Norwich.
of the 2 weeks they'd had, you know, without playing a game. He'd
International
lost
break.
3 on the bounce. He had new players in, and it was his like. And do you remember he said in a press conference? He said, something like, these have been the best 2 weeks of my footballing career. And he kind of touches on that in that speech.
That,
He basically says, I was this low, but then up here, my family, you guys, everything else. And like, I don't know, I think maybe it's
vulnerable for a manager to do.
People who looked beyond just football and all that. So like, it was nice to see it. I'm looking forward to seeing more.
Yeah, well, it's out Thursday, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's out Thursday. Like you said,
Yeah,
3
first 3
episodes
episodes.
out just before the Palace game. Maybe that works better for them because the season didn't end as we all hoped last season. You know, our attention won't be too much on the documentary and more on this coming season.
Maybe that's why. Maybe if we make a positive start, people can watch the documentary and take the things they want from it.
Just a quick one on that. My friend said that there's a City one coming out as well. There's been leaked. Champions apparently. There's going to be another one from Amazon. This is what's been I'm hearing floating around. So if that's the
I have
case,
no problem with all these. Sorry, I'm talking notes. I've no problem with all these documentaries. I'll be honest. I don't. I think it's great for fans to see.
Yeah, same.
This insight. Of course, clubs have a saying what goes out, what we get to see, but it's better than seeing nothing.
The only reason why I brought it up is because I'd have liked to have seen them do it this season, the all or nothing. But listen, it is what it is. They might even do
Arsenal?
that. Arsenal's one, yeah. I don't know. Maybe
it's
it's very early. I know, but it's just it's a feeling.
I'll
I'm
ask you that in
guessing
January.
there could be another one next year if, you know.
Yeah, it might. If something happens.
Well, not even if something happens. If you know, if the network who produced it are happy with the results and stuff. I mean, Arsenal are a very well supported club.
They're going to get a lot of views.
They're going to get so many views that the
It's gonna
chances
do
are
well.
They
they might
agreed the
want to
Tottenham
do
one
another
when
one.
they had this younger group. Pochettino just got to the Champions League final, and what they got was actually, I mean, probably more box office than the Mourinho story.
yeah.
But you could never have predicted that.
No,
you could never have predicted that.
But
So,
do you think they would have predicted us losing our first 3 games when they started filming
Probably.
that one?
Yeah.
Like Arsenal's worst ever start to a
went,
season.
Amazon
that was pretty
Amazon's
grim.
put a bit more budget into
Champions
this
League
one.
winners, Premier League winners, Brentford away.
You know?
Yeah, that's a good start.
So, you know, maybe they're looking at
Reality TV, hey?
Yeah, they could, to be fair, they could be filming that Palace game on Friday just in case it goes left. Think, we'll do one more.
the extra episode.
Part 2. All on that in part 2.
We've had plenty of it. Let's focus on the season.
Couple super chats here. Constantine says, if we ain't smashing Palace, the bench is worrying. And that's one thing I thought when I read out the bench names. But obviously, like James reminded us, Tomiyasu's not there, Tierney's not there, Vieira's not there. And, you know, one way or another, they're going to add some depth either to the bench or current players that are starting will be the depth on the bench. DUFC says Newcastle bid 40 million for Maddison. Good deal or not? Well, the 40 million bid has been rejected, I believe. So a deal is not there yet. But Maddison's a good player. Newcastle are, you know, in that weird space of a hell of a lot of money, but an underperforming club over the years. So they're going to have to pick off players in the Maddison mould. And if they manage to get that one over the line, then that's a very good sign.
I heard something about Pepe as well.
Oh, if they want him, then
I don't know if it's Arsenal trying to kind of push that or how much interest is from them, but I know we've offered Pepe to Newcastle.
Newcastle coming back with a revised
Which
bid
I
as
thought
well.
was a bit odd.
Listen,
I believe.
I'd go full Barcelona on this in that let Chelsea do all the negotiation, then come in and swoop at last minute. Let Newcastle do whatever it takes, and then come in and go, what's that you've agreed? Yeah.
Is that for Maddison?
Chuck on a pound more.
Is that for Maddison?
Yeah.
You still want Maddison?
I do. Yeah.
Even with Odegaard, Vieira, Smith Rowe?
You know what it is? I just think you can adjust Odegaard, Vieira, all them to have a balanced 3.
So if it was Maddison or Tielemans?
I'd go Maddison.
Yeah.
I know Tielemans more what we need. I just think Maddison is a top player. And Odegaard, you can readdress his role a little bit.
That is interesting.
Do you think we'll go in and get one more midfielder?
I think we'll get one more.
Definitely.
Actually, it'll be a wide forward. I don't think it'll be a midfielder.
Okay.
But yeah.
Or
we'll
someone
see.
who potentially can play 2 positions.
Yeah,
Because I feel
something like
Mikel
that.
likes a player that's slightly versatile,
Yeah.
2-footed,
No, he
ideally.
does.
Yeah.
We got another one from Mr. Saturday. It says, Peeps talking about having a great transfer window, but we've only added 2 players ready to play Friday. Which is, there's truth to it as well.
There is a reality in
truth to
that.
that.
Jesus Zinchenko.
Yeah.
The
But
addition of
Saliba
Saliba is,
feels like a new signing,
yeah, it's
though.
not. He's answered that by the start of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see with
it
that
does
one,
feel
Saliba
like-
is actually, this ain't the whole Wenger thing where a player comes back from injury and he says it's a new signing. We haven't seen Saliba in an Arsenal shirt before, so it does feel genuinely like a new signing. And the way he's hit the ground running in pre-season.
And what we've seen as well.
Yeah, he's
looks
definitely
good.
added something to the squad. He's definitely adding something to the starting 11. So I agree with the super chat there, but I'd probably say 3, including Saliba. Is it enough? Well, Palace is, you know, 6 days away, so we'll find out soon enough.
I'd like to see something different as well added up front. I love Jesus. I think it's a phenomenal signing.
Yep.
I think Eddie's, I'm not, you know, dishappy at all, but I do feel we need a big target man, you know, like a plan B within our squad. I feel we really lack that.
Yeah.
We haven't had that for a long time. And it would definitely be an addition required.
Listen, I was all for that coming towards the end of last season. Two strikers, different profiles.
It just needs
give an option.
a bit more options, you know.
Yeah, at this moment in time, it
and
does seem very
there's a
similar.
good player James will know about from Pisa. Plays for Pisa. I can't remember. You don't know him? I can't remember his name. I'll check my phone after.
Let us know in the comments.
But he would be ideal because he's under the radar. He's not like that stereotypical big known striker. But his statistics, his attributes, everything would be perfect, and he's quite young as well, so he would fit.
There was a
Obviously,
few,
I don't know why our scouts haven't picked up on this guy.
We've been doing through this window. We did so many videos on who they could have had. So
Do you know
there's
what?
players out there.
I'll tell you right now.
Schick
who
was
it is.
my
I've got it
option,
in
but
my
then he
phone.
signed a new contract. Tony was obviously there too. Even Giovanni Simeone, Diego Simeone's son, as a backup option, you know, someone that can make his presence known. Very different to Jesus and Eddie. Dev here with the super chat says they usually don't show the tactical part which happens during training. They didn't show it in the City one. It's all pre-game talk, transfers and player manager talks, but still excited. I think he's regarding the all or nothing and what you said about Man City documentary. What was the name?
It's this player.
Lorenzo Luca. He's going to Ajax.
He's
so
going
he's
to
clearly got something
Ajax.
about
He's a
him.
decent player. Yeah, this one.
Well, Man United are in for a player I hadn't
But
heard
he
of,
would be a good one, you know, like not so bait that
Did Ajax
everyone
sell
knows
Haller?
about.
Yes, to Dortmund.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, that was it. Dortmund. Yeah.
And by the way, I heard he was diagnosed with cancer, but it's gone well. I think.
Haller.
Huh?
So, what's the
Oh, is that the one that went to
Sebastian?
Dortmund? Yeah.
I
I
believe
did
it was
see that.
testicular cancer.
Yeah, I did see that. I saw him in the hospital.
I'm not sure what medical procedure he went through, but he's
Maybe
in
they
good care.
biopsied and
He's been looked after,
removed
so I'm
it.
glad to hear he's doing well.
Thoughts are with him and the family.
absolutely.
Get well soon. Another super chat here as well from G, saying, "Do you think we'll sign a winger this summer, and if so, who?"
Wanted Mahrez. We just signed a new deal.
Well, which Mahrez?
Riyad, but
You
I was
think we're
talking
going to
Apple.
just
You're
sign
pushing it.
every
I know, but he signed a new deal. Because listen, the Man City was just picking them off, and I was
Listen, City,
thinking,
how do you feel about it?
Just give us your starting 11.
just Pep, just please, like, listen, you've done so much for me. Well, I'll make up to you somehow, but just give me Riyad Mahrez. But yeah, obviously, he signed a new deal. I wanted him. I wanted Sterling as well. So I wanted Sterling as well, but obviously, he went to Chelsea.
Sterling would have
Winger-wise,
been a good fit.
oh, Sterling would have been unreal. I love Sterling.
Okay, let me ask you guys a question before who. What wing, if there was one wing we're going to strengthen this summer, you said right already, yeah? I'm going left. Which wing would it be for you?
Right for me, just
I
'cause
feel
Smith
right.
Rowe and Martinelli.
Yeah.
Saka
Yeah.
can play
And
left.
Eddie can play on the
Yeah.
left as
So I'd
well.
add a more natural right player.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like we've got more on our left than our right. Sometimes, like,
just happens to
we
be our
just
best
rely
player,
purely
isn't
on Saka.
But have we got better on our right? Because if I was to prioritise or put into order our wingers, Saka would be the best one.
Yep.
And then it's, let's say,
Yeah,
Martinelli.
it's good. I get what you're saying.
So,
Yeah, but the drop off between Saka and Pepe is massive. So that's why I need to strengthen the right side over the left, in my opinion.
Yeah, but is that down to maybe Pepe not having the correct...
For me?
Not correct, but he hasn't
For me?
been utilised... Well, I don't know.
I was-
Everyone has different
I was
opinion.
using that. You know what? I was
know
saying
he
that for a
hasn't
long
always
time.
consistently turned up.
But against Orlando in that first, I'm going to keep on saying it. It's only pre-season, but that was his chance. Arteta picked that first half team
Yeah.
against Orlando and basically said, prove to me who belongs in this squad. Whether it's depth, whether it's regular playing time, whether we call upon you when needed, prove to me. And Pepe was the star, or was meant to be the star on that pitch in that first half. Instead, that Torres guy from Orlando became the star in
He
that
became,
first half.
yeah, we all noticed him.
And when Saka came on, he showed exactly what Pepe should have been doing.
Yeah.
Running
Turned it
at
up.
defender.
In
Turned
2
it up.
touches, he did it.
Yeah.
See, my criticism of Pepe is he wants too many touches, and you cannot do that in the league he plays. You might be able to do that in France. You'll have that time. You're not going to get that time in the Premier League.
Yeah, and he hasn't adjusted to
And
it.
yeah, that's the only, like, because I think he is a very good player. I think he's not been given Because of circumstances, he was bought by a different manager. You know, like the usual politics in the workplace, you know.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he was even bought by Emery. He was bought by Raul, and remember Emery
Raul
didn't
and that
Emery
envelope.
didn't really favour him either. I remember in the first
Yeah.
6 months or so.
I don't know.
Terra official says 3-0 to the Arsenal. Prediction: Jesus, Martinelli, and Saka. Predictions and goal scorers, guys and girls. Let's get into it quickly before we touch in on Sevilla. Predictions, Cecil?
Quick, let's make this quick. 3-1. No, 3-2. 3-2 Arsenal. Gabriel Jesus. I'm just going with Gabriel Jesus, Saka.
Yeah, that's it. It's hard to predict though. What do I think? Sevilla, same team that beat Chelsea. Let's say there's some goals in there. I'm going to go for a 3. I'm going to go with you. I'm going to go 3-0 as well.
3-0, yeah.
I'm gonna go 3-0 as
Raw.
well. Yeah, let's.
Drew with Tottenham, you know. It was a good. It was quite a close. Oh, it's just it's what it is, but.
Yeah, let's just say 3. It's a pre-season friendly. If I get it wrong, I get it wrong. Who gives us? Helen.
Sleepless nights with jet lag.
And Jesus is going to be on the score sheet. That's my prediction.
100%.
Helen.
4-1 Arsenal.
4-1.
Oh, people are confident.
I think our boys are going to go out and entertain all the fans at the Emirates today.
Yep.
I think we had a great trip, a great time away in Florida.
Oh, we did.
So they're going to come home and show all the London fans there today, or not London fans, basically everyone in London at the game, exactly how they're going about things this season, their last pre-season.
4-1. So we've got a 3-2, 3-1. No, sorry, 3-2, 3-0, 4-1.
And I predict Saka on the score sheet
And
again.
Zinchenko for me on the score sheet. Sorry, I think he's gonna score today.
2-0. Jesus and Nketiah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
why not? Back the goal scorers.
Listen, Eddie's coming off the bench to get one.
Yeah, go on, Eddie. I'm on the hype train now.
Show him the number 14 on the back of the shirt.
Can you imagine? It doesn't even say Nketiah, it says Eddie.
Actually, I think this number might score as well today.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's number 6 on the
Number
back of Helen's
6.
shirt there.
Gabriel?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gabriel. He loves
He
the
got a fair
goal in
few
the
last
box,
season,
innit?
yeah. Super chat here from Dave Jordan says, Jesus, more headed goals than Tammy and Haller. Aerial threat, not just about height. Any target man good enough to play for us costs 30 million and has to play backup. You're right, Dave, and it's not often you're right, my guy, but you're right here. Jesus is, you don't have to be tall to be a presence in the box. You have to be hungry. And Jesus is definitely a presence in the box for balls whipped in as well. But regardless, a different option is always good. You know, we are not Manchester City. We are not Liverpool. You know, Arteta is not Klopp. He's not Pep. They trust their ways because they've been so successful in their ways for so long. And the players will in turn trust that. With Arsenal, it's a bit different. I think another option would have been good for us. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, we'll see. The season starts soon. We'll see. Mr. Saturday again said Jesus scored 0 goals as a striker for Brazil at a World Cup. I'm not saying he's not a good player, but if we are putting our hopes on him, I'm worried.
When was that World Cup? 4 years ago.
18.
You know,
How old is he? Was he 21st or was he 20? Was he
he's
21?
21 at the time.
Yeah, come on. Man.
Like, it's not. I'm not saying there's not some merit to that point, but like,
Yeah, context.
Yeah,
Context.
exactly. Context is
Yeah.
exactly it.
Roland here says, Odegaard has just been announced as our captain for
Yeah.
this season. Thoughts? Helen, you said yeah?
Yeah, I don't think it's. Listen, at the end of the day,
we knew it was coming.
we knew it was going to come at some point. You know, what was it? The options: Tierney or Odegaard. Tierney's injured quite a bit,
Yeah.
so I get it.
In terms of character and person, I think Tierney's the outstanding candidate. But when there's concerns about your injury record, when you see Zinchenko come in and
Yeah.
potentially your place is now up for grabs, I think I get it with Odegaard. He
Yeah.
still needs to grow into that role, but I think now given the responsibility, I do want to see more growth.
Yeah, and it might help just lift him a little bit more. You know, like be
Yeah.
a bit more hungry, a bit more ready to show the world who he is.
We got kickoff coming up in a couple of minutes. Before we do go over to that, James, you got some information on Sevilla for us, right?
Yeah, it's been a while since we've done stats.
Yeah.
It's quite nice to be back doing it.
Over to Statman James, people.
I'll fly through it because we've got kick off in a sec. Had a little look at their previous meetings, Arsenal Sevilla. I was surprised to see that other than a couple of Emirates Cup games, this being one of them, we've only played them twice,
Okay.
both in the Champions League in 2007. So actually, competitive games against Sevilla come sparingly. 3-0 win at home, 3-1 defeat away. So one each, really, not a lot to go off there. I had a little look at their La Liga campaign last year. Finished 4th, They got that one place better that we wanted. Obviously, they did it in Spain. But interesting, I kind of sometimes just those baseline stats tell you a lot quite quickly. League position 4th, but they won the 5th most amount of games in the league. I think they won 16 but drew 14.
Yeah.
It left them with only 4 defeats all season, which was the joint best defeats record, I guess you'd call it, with Real Madrid, who won the thing. Their goals scored record was actually 6th in the league, but their goals conceded was first. They had the best defence in La Liga, which I think explains why, if I move on to this next graphic, they've gone and sold Koundé to Barcelona for 45 million and Diego Carlos to Aston Villa for 27 million. You know, their centre-backs have gone and been picked up for a combined, 70 million there. And
so I was thinking to change my score prediction when I heard the first part, but now I've heard that part, we're good with 4.
Fair enough, yeah.
They've got rid of their best defenders.
They play a 4-3-3. They've got players we know in midfield. Fernando, 35. He's played for Man City. Rakitic, we know what he's done for Barcelona. Yeah. Some other good players in there. But ultimately, their success is based off their defence and their structure and how organised. I don't watch them every week. I'm taking this really from numbers. But, you know, you don't come out of La Liga with the best defensive record in the league, you know, and that not reflect highly on your centre-backs and your structure and all that. They have brought in Marcao, left-footed, good centre-back from Galatasaray for 10 million. So they've tried to address it somewhat, but he's not in their starting 11, which is interesting. And a player to look out for, I've just mentioned Rafa Mir, 25 years old, 6'2". He's a forward, can play across the front 3. But again, they're not really blessed with a lot of goal scorers. He's actually not even in the starting 11 today, I don't believe. So, you know, they've got some talent. In fact, they've got a lot of forwards who will recognise their names, and Naziri being one of them, Suso being another. But do they have that kind of out-and-out problem up front? I'm not sure they do. Maybe that's what's kind of cost them a few wins, and it's been more draws. But listen, Arsenal could do with turning a few of our defeats last season into draws. Yeah. And you know, all points count. So. And
they had Martial for the second half of last season, right?
That's a good point as well. I kind of forgot about that. So.
And there was some interest in Pepe, I think, this summer, but that didn't really materialise.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to leave you guys. You'll see me at half-time. So, see you in a little bit.
And Mr. Saidi says, I see your point, James, but Yerry Mina scored 3. I think that's regarding the World Cup one earlier. But yeah, people, let us know your predictions now in the live chat here. Let us know your thoughts. Last game before the Crystal Palace game. Are you confident heading into the season? No, what are you saying? Are you confident about the Palace game? How much does this game mean to you going into that Palace game?
Well, the Chelsea game meant a lot to me going into the Palace game, if I'm completely honest. And I saw a lot there. There wasn't really many excuses for Chelsea, if I'm completely honest. So I looked more at that. This same thing actually. Like I said, I looked more towards the Chelsea game. So I'm more confident than I was going into the Palace game after seeing the signings and how sharp they were. I feel like there's been a mentality switch. And funny enough, I said that before you guys filmed Supporters Club, and I saw Chris Hudson mentioned it as well. It really feels like that from what we saw in the pre-season tour, and yes, it's only pre-season, but it does seem like there's a different mentality from the boys. The pressing is so much more intense. They seem like they know where everyone's going to be when it comes to being on the ball and not being on the ball, when to press, when to go. I really can clearly see that from the boys. So I'm excited for this season now. I'm more confident than I was before these signings came in for Palace. But yeah, I don't want to go full gung-ho, because it is Palace and it's Friday night at their ground. I'm not an idiot. Last season was a clear indicator of that. Like, it can go left, but I'm a lot more confident than I was. And just quickly before we move on Twitch, guys, we're on Twitch as well, so get your comments in. Dean Smithy32 just said, have you got anything on the back of your Arsenal shirts? I know you do. James didn't. I don't. Yeah. Who would you? You have 6 and
Gabriel.
Yeah, but no,
Gabriel's
I
name
haven't
on
got
it.
Gabriel. No, it was a present, so it's got my name.
Oh, so Helen's
name.
Helen's got 6 and her name on the back.
Helen 6.
Because 6 was my birthday, so that's why they did it like that.
All right, cute,
okay, nice.
Cute.
And as you can see, James has transformed people.
He grew a bit.
Those lights flashing.
Only took about 5 minutes. Yeah, nice to be back, guys.
What are you saying, Souls,
Big up,
man?
Souls, you good,
It's been a little while.
I'm good, man. It's been a while, man. Beard's getting longer.
You enjoying summer, yeah? A couple holidays there.
Yeah, a bit of a tan, but yeah, no, I'm excited to be back, man.
Yeah, confident?
Yeah, confident, man. It's going to be a good game today, good test for the players, playing some, I'd class them as sort of Europa League giants as well. So yeah, it'll be a good test to see sort of how the players perform.
Your beard's looking clean as well. It's making mine look messy.
I'm looking over and the drip's got the
go to the barbers.
I'm thinking, raw man, come to flex.
But are you confident about the season? Forget this game for a sec. Are you confident about what? Because we haven't spoken in a little while. So the transfers, the build-up, preparation.
So I think I've been watching quite closely with our transfer activity. It's been quite good. I feel like we've signed the right players. Do I think we have signed enough players? No. I still feel like we need to strengthen one or two areas. But the players that we have signed, I think, have been the right piece of business for what we need. I'm happy that we haven't gone for the star players or big money players. We've gone for players that we need to strengthen the parts that we need to basically strengthen. So yeah, I think I'm confident. I've got what my target is for the season, which is we get into the top 4. And I think with the current team we have now, I'm confident that we can get into that top 4.
Does that confidence come from what we've done or the lack of what others have done?
Both. Okay. I think the lack of certain teams in and around us, they haven't signed or strengthened in the right areas, apart from obviously Tottenham. And also I feel like we've signed the right players as well.
Sorry, we need to pay respect to Reyes.
Yeah. Played for both clubs.
Yeah. Do you know what? And I thought about wearing my Reyes top today when I was driving down. I was like, I should have worn that one. But I didn't think of it in the car.
On the 9th minute, they're applauding for Reyes, so we'll keep an eye out for that as well. So our TV is muted, but we'll definitely do that. But it's a nice touch. Also, something just I've observed as well. No pink kit. They're not. I thought they were wearing it. They're not wearing it for this. I got told they were wearing it today.
I thought they would have been selling it to us today. Yeah. I thought they would have all been donning it. You know.
Listen, he said they were supposed to be selling it to us today.
Is it the Europa kit though, the pink one?
It's a third kit, but like they did announce they were going to wear it for this game. But it's interestingly they're in.
Is it because they've got
a bit
on
of
their
pink
kit?
on their
That's
kit.
probably why.
Maybe if you're mistaking our kit for theirs, then there's a problem.
Even though it's quite different.
I know, pink and black.
Yeah. But it is what it is. The pink kit is out, people.
I quite like that jacket they're wearing as well. That training tops,
jacket,
lovely.
Strong team out today. Do you guys think this starting 11 is who do you think comes in terms of the best starting 11?
This is it for us. Against Palace, I expect to see the exact same starting 11. I can't.
Unless Tomiyasu's fit. But
that's the only one I'm thinking.
And even then, the reason I asked the question is because, listen, Ben White cost us 50 mil.
Yeah.
So if Tomiyasu is fit, does he come back, take that right back spot and Ben White drop on the bench? Or does he take the right back spot, Ben White go into the middle and then one of Saliba?
Do you think that's it for Ben White at centre back then?
No. I think, personally, going by what I see Mikel generally does, if Ben White is performing and the team is winning, Tomiyasu will not come straight back in. He will keep Ben there. If the team are winning and they're on a roll, he ain't changing it.
Yeah, which is the right thing to do in my opinion. Rahul says, what do you think about converting White to a central defensive midfielder?
I think that's an option that he will look at if he needs to.
I don't think there's enough agility there for that CDM position, personally. But in the right back spot, I think that is something that he could transition into. He's played there before. But what I'm not a fan of is just trying to move players too much out of their position, because then then when things start to go wrong or the players don't perform, it comes back to this isn't my real position, this is where I'm strong at.
I'm sure he played kind of like that for Brighton.
Well, we heard,
so he can play that position. I don't think it's not like he's just playing with him. Like he can play that position. He's played that in his career.
This will be an interesting game, you know. Listen, I think Sevilla are quite a good side. I think
they're a good side.
They are good. Like Eric Lamella's playing for him. If he does that move. For that goal, if he does anything like that, someone just lift him up.
That's all he's done over the last 10 years.
If I see him do that, I'm gonna go mad. But they've got Jesus Navas as well.
Oh yeah, Terry Neal also.
Terry Neal as well. R.I.P.
Rest in peace.
They've also got Karim Rekic, which is Omari Rekic's brother. Yeah, man. Like that's that'd be interesting to see.
Well.
Yeah, and Omari Rekic's supposed to be good as well. So it'd be interesting to see how he does. And Rakitic, what a ledge, by the way. Rakitic, I can't believe he's still playing. Oh yeah, bro. Like that. I used to bang goals on FIFA from outside the box.
Ultimate team,
yeah. They're not a bad side, you know. Listen, I know we said 3-2. You said 3-0.
I said 4-1.
4-1. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, innit? But I think this is a good test before
riding that Chelsea wave.
I just think it'll be a good game of football. It's a friendly kind of game.
Yeah.
We're at home. I don't know.
I hear that. We are riding that Chelsea wave, though.
But generally, though, we don't always play well in the Emirates Cup.
No.
Like we tend to lose, but we have lost a few games when we do play.
Yeah.
So
we won 6. I don't know how many out. I think we won 6 of them.
I remember losing a couple.
I think we won 5. We have just kicked off. Slightly delayed, people. Not sure why that is, but I think maybe fans getting into the crowd. I know it was a busy one today.
Yes.
And Matt here with the super chat says, "Come on, you Gunners, but pissed we can't watch the match in the US."
Oh.
That's a shame, man. I'm sure you must be able to. And there must be a way. There must be a way. But yeah, we have kicked off.
got-
NordVPN, that's what I was thinking.
Hello, Clocked. I was like, yeah, I was about to say Love Island as well, you know. Which one do you get? But, yeah.
But you can watch it via arsenal.com though, if you're a member. I don't know if you can watch it if you're not a member.
Yeah, I think the territories though, I actually don't think they cross over to, because we checked that,
okay.
yeah, the territories don't cross over to
Oh,
the US,
so
which is a shame.
Christian's going to be very upset then if that's
Yeah.
I know,
the case.
Christian will find it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
will.
yeah,
He knows what to do. He knows what to do.
That guy still plays for Sevilla, the right back who used to play for Man City.
What, Navas?
Yeah, Jesus Navas. Yeah, as I said, they got this. They
have got a good team,
some right
yeah.
players,
He must be
man.
like 36 now.
Yeah, a lot of them are coming to the end of
I
their
can't
career,
respect
but
them, but yeah.
there's some good names there, man.
It's on the zone, says Olamide.
It's on the zone, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know the zone's available out in America and the US. So
yeah, definitely.
Gunner Station says, has everyone soured on Ben White or is it just excitement for Saliba? I thought White did well last season mostly. I think competition rather than backup players is only a good thing.
Yeah, that's it. It's competition.
I think there's going to be a lot of rotation this season because, look, I'm of the opinion that we can't just change or drop Ben White for Saliba because he's an exciting prospect. I feel like we have to give Ben White his chance. But again, because Ben White can play that right back position, if there's a way to integrate both players in the team, I think Arteta will do that.
Yeah. I mean, I like Ben White more this summer than I did last summer because I knew very little of him last summer. And he had a decent season for us. And in terms of an option in a free, I'm happy. But I do want Gabriel and Saliba to be the first two.
Same.
So
Please
far,
no
so
I just
good.
feel like
Please
it
no
gives us a
injuries.
really strong spine.
Yeah.
You know, like with
Yeah,
that, they're just more solid.
yeah, I agree.
And then having that strength in front of them, and then you've got Jesus, it's just giving us a completely different
Yes,
element.
Saliba and Jesus have really
they've just
improved
completely
the
improved the
quality
side.
in our starting 11.
I just feel like they play the kind of football that Mikel has been trying to get at
Yeah,
the team doing.
Yeah.
You know, like they understand how to play the way he wants, like quite easily. Like they've just both come in and they're on it.
and we've got to persuade Saliba to sign a new contract, and there's no better way to persuade him than by playing him and trusting him and giving him the confidence
And him seeing the love the fans have for him as well will only help that. If he's playing well, the fans are backing him, the manager's backing him. Hopefully he'll enjoy being at Arsenal.
You know, White is actually quick, you know.
I don't love
look at
White
that.
right back. I'll be honest. I was going to Saliba.
Saliba stays calm in them moments. That was
tight. Yeah, he played well out of that.
Don't you think he's really composed for how young he is?
yeah. That's one of his best attributes.
Saliba, I find he's so composed on the ball when I watch him play.
Under pressure, he
Under
keeps his
pressure,
head.
especially.
His recovery runs are ridiculous.
And he's really quick. Yeah,
he is.
he's
Yeah,
fast.
I think that season or in the league it actually helped him a lot. It gave him a lot of experience being a front run centre back for a team for a whole season. I feel like that sort of taught him that experience. But so I'll ask you guys a question: do you think that the average age of our squad and the inexperience of our squad is going to hinder us next season in any way?
I would have said last season. It can't be said. I don't know if I can keep using that same excuse going into this season. I'm going to be honest. I know they're still young, but
A younger
I
squad,
think
a
they're
younger
growing
squad nearly
though,
made top
together,
four.
aren't they?
So the way I see it is, last season we nearly made top four with a really young squad, and we've added Zinchenko mid-20s,
And
Jesus
Jesus,
mid-20s, Vieira's early 20s, and Saliba is 20. So they're young, but I think.
They've got
I
a
think
lot of
we've
game
got
time
to
in
make
them
top
though,
four
haven't they,
now.
all
It's
of
not like
them?
we're saying we're challenging for a league title.
Of course,
Yeah.
For them now, make top four, get Champions League football, win Europa, however you want to do it.
Whatever way you get
And
it.
next summer you bring in world-class, experienced
players.
talent to see you over the line.
Once we
and
have
challenge it.
that top four position, we can sort of start to attract those older, more experienced Champions League players.
And if I'm being honest, these youngsters that are playing for us, these young players, they're not coming straight from the academy. They've had experience in big tournaments. Saka's been in the world, like in the
I
Euro,
agree.
had big pressure moments. Emile Smith-Rowe as well. Like Ben White's played for England. These aren't academy
They've
kids
not
that just
just-
popped out
yeah.
and we said you're coming into the first 11. You've got experience. You are young, but you've had experience in the men's and senior level. So I don't want to keep rinsing the age thing.
I totally agree.
Especially
I
this
just
season.
think obviously, especially with the age thing, it's more the consistency throughout a whole season.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
This team on any game can perform at their best, but I feel like when you're playing 38 games, now we're in the Europa League as well, there's more games, FA Cup. when you've got such a young team, sometimes it can just get a bit too much for them. But I feel like we have, as Turkish said, we've signed some players now that are mid-20s, some more experienced players. In my opinion, Jesus is quite experienced. I feel like he's played loads of Premier League experience.
Yeah, they are. They're quite experienced.
Yeah,
for how young.
Even Zinchenko as well.
Yeah, Zinchenko. And you've got to remember, they're winners. They've won titles. They've achieved more than most
they've achieved
players.
what we need to
be honest.
They've achieved what we need to achieve, basically.
Yeah, but they'll add that winning mentality, hopefully, to that young team.
They've got the age
because they've got experience.
And they've got the experience in winning stuff too. And Zinchenko's captain of Ukraine as well.
Yeah, and that's what I like. He's added a lot of leadership mentality within that team now. Because we always were like, well, where are our leaders on the pitch? You know, like, how many times did we say that over the last two seasons?
Two captains of their national sides on the pitch at the moment.
Yeah,
Three.
Yeah, Odegaard as well.
Xhaka, Odegaard, and
Zinchenko, I think is.
That's what I'm saying. This is
Jesus is silky, man.
I think he's added good qualities.
Ghana's captain. I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, no,
not
I don't
sure.
believe he is.
Who?
I don't believe he is.
Partey? No, I don't think he is, no. I think he captained one game in
Look at
the...
Jesus.
He's silky.
He's silky,
He's
innit?
so good.
You know what I love about him? He gives me that sort of Sanchez, Sterling vibes, but he gets the ball and just charges at players. You know what I mean? That's what I love players like that.
As well. He has the arrogance. Like, there was a time against Chelsea, he was in the corner and he was doing flicks.
Did you see that? Yeah.
He was smiling. I was like, I
think Edu knows that though when he signs them. Like, Edu signs those silky players. That
I like that.
You see at Man City, he's obviously...
Poor from Gabriel there. But
he's obviously one of the players. He wasn't a star there, so he was one of the players that are restricted. Like, remember Jack Grealish towards the end of last season said, listen, Pep wants us to play a certain way. I can't do what I normally do. Jesus is one of them. At Arsenal, it seems like he's the one that's been given the freedom to, express himself.
Yeah.
And that can bring a better player.
100%. 100%. 100%. When you're given the opportunity, you can thrive. Some can sink, but what I've seen so far, season hasn't started, I'm aware. I feel like he's going to thrive in this Arsenal side.
Listen, I need him to bang a couple against Palace, man. That would be the best way to start.
Yeah.
That'll send a shock down the league, boy.
Bang a couple against Palace.
I just want consistency from him. I want him injury-free, hopefully. Available for the whole season as well. Scoring goals.
Nice.
Go. Drive.
He's on the right.
There's no one there.
Saka's playing now.
That's
a ball!
That's a...
Wait, hold on.
It's in the back.
That's a penalty.
Penalty.
Yes!
Man.
Hey,
Penalty.
Martin Odegaard, though.
He put that perfect.
No eyes for the ball there. No eyes for the ball
What
whatsoever.
table?
That was a ball.
Penalty, but it did seem soft.
Who will be the penalty taker now here? Saka?
I think Saka. I think Saka will want to take it. Saka will want to take it.
Give it to... Listen.
I think he just will.
Mind you, he might give it to
It's a
him.
prison friendly, but
Yeah,
when
but
it
he
comes
might
to the
give it to
league...
him to score his goal at the Emirates, possibly.
That's
such a
That's a
pen.
foul. Do you know why? Look, the reason that's a foul, even though it's a barge,
He's nowhere
right,
near the ball.
is that he's not going for the ball there. He's literally going to drop him.
It looked soft, but it was just...
I don't think
that's
going to struggle to control that, to be fair there.
Because when a player is literally charging for someone, barge on barge, he's not looking to get the ball. That's a clear penalty.
I love when players do that.
Because I hate it when people make an excuse.
Yeah, but that's such a perfect...
I think Jesus will take it.
Yeah, give it to Jesus.
Jesus will be the penalty taker.
No, Martin Odegaard's
But
ball
Saka
there.
will
There
wanna
was no one
take it.
on, and he got lifted
Yeah, that
over
was
the...
amazing.
Oi.
And that's
But the thing is, that's what he
he's
can do.
known for doing.
Good run
Oh,
from
Saka
as well,
will
though.
take it.
I knew Saka would.
Come on,
I did.
Saks! Come on!
And you know what? I like that little ruthlessness in him. Like, no, it's
He wants it,
mine.
yeah. He done that towards the
I
end of
like
last
that. Yeah,
season
he was.
as
He
well.
was doing that.
I
yeah.
love how Saka, since he missed that penalty for England, he's on vengeance now. I need
Yeah.
penalty, I'm taking
No,
it.
no. And
But
good
that-
for
Hey, I
him.
want to score them.
Good for
That
him.
away at Chelsea when he took that penalty, it was pressure. There was a
Yeah.
Yeah,
you could feel it
literally.
in the
But I think
stadium.
I love that about him though, because a lot of players could have just shriveled into a corner and gone, no, this is not for me. Penalties aren't for me.
he
But
rises
he's actually rose to it.
thrives on that.
Yeah. He's I want to prove to everyone that I can take penalties.
But on a serious one,
Right,
Gabriel
let's just hope he
Jesus.
scores this.
So does this
I need
mean
to take
going
penalties in the
going
league.
into the
I need
season
them
he's our
both.
penalty taker?
No, well, that's what
No,
I'm
I
saying.
think if he
need
wins the
Jesus.
penalty, he'll
Come
take
on.
it.
I need Jesus.
Come on.
9 minutes.
Come
I
on,
think
my
the
little
crowd
star
are
boy.
clapping for Reyes at this
Oh,
moment in time.
Should we celebrate?
Yes!
Yeah, well done.
1-0.
Finish.
I never ever doubted he would miss, but you know, like you never know. There is a chance he could.
Nice.
Aww.
To me, that means he's our penalty taker moving into the season.
Do you
I think him or Jesus, yeah, him or
Yeah, I
Jesus.
think he'll be him first.
I feel like
Jesus
he'll be
second.
like what he was with Laka, you know, like depending on if he wins
keeper
it,
kinda
he'll
play
take it.
Keeper's
Maybe,
mad.
maybe.
Do you get what I
Usually when
mean?
players win it, they don't. Well, I remember Henri was like that.
Keeper's
Keeper's
Sorry, he's
part
still on
of
the
it
other
like
side.
I thought it was FIFA. Like,
That's what I was gonna say,
like, yeah.
And you point this
I
way.
think you're right. Like, don't try that games there in the pre-season, man.
1-0 up, 10 minutes in, people. 1-0
start.
up, 10
Our
minutes in.
score predictions are looking like they could come through.
And look, and this basically shows you the importance of having a 10.
Yeah.
Because this is what a 10 can do. He can create a chance out of nothing, gets the ball, lifts it up. Saka's making
I
a run,
wonder who's
he's
sitting
there.
in my seat today. Let's have a look. Who was lucky?
Cameras on Arteta.
Yeah.
Sevilla have kicked off.
Hi, Mikel.
Okay. Someone get this guy another chair, man.
Do you know what, Cecil? I actually saw Mikel in Orlando. I didn't tell you, did I?
No,
yeah.
is it?
Yeah.
Did he
On the
tell you
golf
to tell
buggy.
Cecil to
no,
leave
he
him
said
alone?
good morning to me.
Oh,
yeah,
no, you
yeah,
did
I
tell me.
told
You
you
did
that.
tell me. You did tell me.
Oh,
That was a terrible ball.
Oh my God.
That was well over here, overcooked.
Poor through ball that
Do
is.
you know what? As we still got our score predictions, but you know why I am a bit worried as well? You never know, Mick Arteta might do the half-time thing of throwing all the
Maybe.
Do you know what? If
the
we're
reserve
2-3-0
players.
up,
yeah,
he
you
can.
might
Yeah,
do
of
that.
course
And,
he can.
and there is still a big drop when they do come on.
Ben White caught out there playing at the back. He needs to be careful.
There we go,
Nice.
number 2.
Here we go.
Nice.
Over.
Nice.
Oh,
What
perfect.
a
What again? A
ball.
great ball.
Oh, he was very
Good
unselfish
football,
there.
though.
Very unselfish.
Brilliant,
That was
brilliant.
very
Good
unselfish.
football.
Brilliant.
Saka should have done better, but good
Yeah,
for him.
yeah, his ball back wasn't the best.
So the whole Lyle family got the plug. They got for the new top. You know what I mean? You see
Yeah,
that?
of course.
I think they've planned their outfits today.
Kroenke's #1 fans, the Lyles.
Yeah, special delivery. Yeah. Special delivery straight to the door.
Exclusive.
Just so everyone understands, they're all wearing the matching kit today. Whole family.
Let's
Big
go,
them
let's
up.
go now.
Corner.
Good
Here we
whip
go,
on
Carl.
here. Good cross.
Overhit a little
Too
bit.
deep. No one really there.
Good start though, man. 1-0 up. Nice and early on. Oh, wow, they're playing fast. Whoa.
I wonder
Yeah,
what
keep
the
momentum.
atmosphere's
Yeah, I
like
love
in the
that.
stadium.
Oh, it should
Obviously, because we can't hear.
Probably buzzing.
like,
Nice
yeah.
day, good
Bouncing.
weather.
Yeah,
It's an
they-
early,
I hope
early
it's
kickoff
really
sometimes
like
has a play.
loud.
With an early goal.
And Emirates Cup is usually a younger crowd
Yeah,
as well. Some
Like
people's first
enthusiastic,
games.
yeah.
He's too
That
cool.
is beautiful.
Oh, this Gabriel
Oh, too
Jesus.
slow.
Hey, Jesus.
Yeah!
Right, so far,
2-0.
Stop doing this!
predicted
Stop
as
doing
well.
this!
Hold on.
Yeah.
But he, no,
Stop
he,
it,
listen,
stop
he
it.
started the
No,
opportunity.
I'm
He
getting
started
carried
the
away.
opportunity.
Now
I'm
we
getting
need
carried away.
Gabriel, the
I'm
other
getting carried
Gabby,
away.
to score.
Get carried away. Chest. Stop doing this, Gabriel.
Nah,
Season
that
started,
was
you need to chill, bro.
beautiful.
Stop doing this.
He started the opportunity, the
getting
chest
it.
down, the pass through, and then he followed it
He's
through.
right
Bro,
there
come-
with the
Look at that, look at that.
Brilliant ball out.
Look at this.
Look at that touch.
Nice.
Nah, that is
The pass was actually the best
beautiful,
thing
man.
about
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Bang.
And you know what it was?
Nice.
I was gonna have a go at
Lovely.
Xhaka there for taking too long to release that ball, but now I can see what he was
Touch
actually
to
doing
his
there.
right. Pass off his right. Finish to his
Brilliant.
left. The guy's a joke.
Yeah, he waited a little bit.
Cecil, chill.
Nice. Now, Xhaka done well there.
Yes, Jesus.
Yeah, but you know what's brilliant is Jesus was in the right place for that rebound when it came off
Exactly,
the
yeah.
goalkeeper.
And Jesus
what I
scored
liked
in every
And that's what
pre-season
we
game for
lacked
us.
last
I
season.
think he's missed one game. I can't remember. I'm going to think of which one that is.
Which one didn't he
Sorry,
score in?
who?
Jesus.
Which one is he
Was
not
it
scored?
Orlando?
The Orlando.
The Orlando
I don't
game,
think
yeah.
he did. Yeah.
Helen, pick up the phone, man. Pick up the phone.
Eddie's picking up, man. Don't worry about it.
No, literally,
Wrong number, wrong number.
you couldn't ask for a better start. We've come out strong, all guns blazing, on the front foot. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna be honest. This is most of the time. This is what we saw in.
So what do you reckon? I think this could be 4-0 by half time, you know.
Yeah.
Listen,
Well, if we carry on as we are, definitely. I
our
think.
That's how I'm
predictions might get
feeling,
blown out of the park
genuinely.
at this moment in time.
Big up everyone on Twitch as well. They said, let's go. So let's send the gifts in. Now, people asking what channel is it on. It's on the Arsenal media website. You can, if you remember, you can obviously watch it. And I believe it's on the Zone we heard earlier as well. So big up everyone on Twitch watching
Our
online
free
as well.
kick. Thank you very much.
Brilliant start.
And
Couldn't
make
ask for
sure
a
you
better
follow
start.
our Twitch as well, people, if you haven't already, because there's a lot of good content coming out on the Twitch side of things on AFTV, tournaments, FIFA,
Lovely
all
ball
of that.
again.
Ball, oh.
What a goal!
You're
Is that,
joking.
No
was
way.
that offside? Or it's on?
No way.
Oh, what the
It wasn't offside, was it?
What the hell?
Right.
Hey,
hello.
listen.
Hello.
I'm
What
gonna
did I
start
just
saying
say?
something.
Four
Yeah,
nil
hey,
by
I'm gonna
half
start saying
time.
listen. I'm gonna start
I'm going to get on that sofa, my
Listen,
guy.
I'm gonna
start saying.
I'm gonna start coming out some mad statements, you know. I'm
Boys,
telling you,
girls.
I'm gonna start coming out some mad statements.
We get.
I'm gonna start coming out with some mad statements, you know. I'm gonna start bringing up some mad, bro. It's mad.
Things
bro,
are
it's
different.
mad.
It's good.
We've
We're playing good
got
football
players
again.
running into positions like this now,
We're
man.
popping.
Are you sick? Bro?
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Things are different.
You know what I mean? I don't want to say like a
Lovely.
who, but
That diagonal ball
Yeah,
across
ball.
the
No.
goal.
nah, that's beautiful. That is
I can
beautiful.
start saying some wild.
Say whatever you like.
That's
It's
all.
pre-season.
Bro.
Say
Could be
what you like.
challenging this season.
Relax, don't do that. You're sitting next to me. You're gonna think I said it.
Let me calm down.
Stay on that side.
I need to be real. Alright, so yeah, it's
Right.
No.
We need to get a fan
No,
for you. Calm down.
No, but Cecil, you know that goal went in, right? I was about to release some mad statements about Jesus, saying that
Go for it. Go for it.
he's up there, best striker in the league. This is that.
You were about to, yes?
I didn't say it, but
Right, come on.
That's what we missed from having Laka and Oba. They wasn't
Yeah.
making those runs.
It was the movement.
Yeah, the
Sometimes it's
movement
so
wasn't.
stagnant.
Oba kind of had it in him. I can't lie.
Yeah,
about
Oba had it in him.
See,
different
Oba
movement.
had it in him, but he was played so wide
Yeah, he was different.
that it changed his game.
yeah. And do you know what it is about Oba as well? Even though he'd get in those positions, he used to miss a lot of those chances as well. I think that's the problem that we had with him right before he left. He wasn't as clinical. But Jesus, he's come out guns blazing,
No
man.
need to foul, man.
He's come out like he just scored 20, 30 goals last season. Like, he just all guns
Look how
blazing
intense.
up front.
Look at Jay. Look, he's getting the ball straight. Look, as soon as the
Do
ball's
you know
off
what?
pitch,
That's
calls
probably
it back
the
straight in.
thing I love
Saka,
about
look
him
at
the most.
Yeah.
His pressing.
Yeah.
He's the leader. If your striker is doing that, every other player has to be
Yeah.
doing that. Sorry,
Exactly.
on that
Yeah,
pitch, innit?
And I think about Jesus, he's quite press resistant as well. He's hard to get the ball off him,
Yeah, he can
Yeah.
just shield the ball.
shield the ball, and then we have Odegaard there just
Look
protecting
at that.
it.
Look
Nice.
at Saka.
Again, he's
Foul.
back there pushing
Foul.
the back. It's a
Yeah.
foul.
No, where's
Again.
the card, man?
Thank
Going in
you,
his back,
free kick.
Give him a card or something, man's running at him
This
like that.
guy's going to get sent off by the 60th minute.
You know, I think we were linked
Saka's
to that
smart.
guy at
Look,
one
pushes
point,
his
you
back
know?
in front of him. He's
Yeah,
smart.
Saka's
He
very
covers.
clever.
He's very good.
We were linked to him at one point.
See,
I don't want him. I don't want him.
Very
No,
good
but he did.
start. Very good start, man.
Yeah, very good
Jesus
start.
created the second goal. Chess started the move. Then he's
Yeah,
and the third
17,
goal was
17 minutes in, 3
3-0.
How many goals are you on now then? What for?
6 goals in pre-season, bro.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Mad. I know it's
That's crazy.
No, I got to stop saying anything. I know it's
Ah,
pre-season.
him and
'cause,
Beth
boy,
both on 6 goals at the moment.
Beth
Mustn't
Mead.
forget Beth Mead
yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah, big
in the
up Beth
final.
tomorrow as
Mead.
well.
Big
I'm
up
gonna
Beth.
be
Big up
there.
Beth.
You going tomorrow?
No. No, are
I
you?
want to see. Yeah. I was thinking
Oh,
yeah.
no.
You know, we're
I'll be
forgetting now.
taking
Look,
Geelong.
they even put Martinelli on crosses as well now. I think Martinelli's improved a lot in his creative game.
Yeah.
He just created that goal for Jesus as well.
Did got the assist.
I feel like his crossing's getting better. His vision for the ball for a pass is getting better as well. He used to be quite one-dimensional before. Quite actually want to get a goal, running positions. Now I think Arteta's sort
I
of
think
transformed
they've
it.
They're
got
actually
more
taking a bit-
freedom though in their
Love
play
this
now
team.
because there's
Love this
more
team.
creative
Yeah.
players on the pitch.
Yeah, exactly.
We never had
confidence
that
is-
like
Never had
2
that
seasons ago.
Love
So I
this
mean, a
team.
lot more creativity now in our team. A lot more. That's probably the biggest thing that I think has improved at our team.
I love this team.
What?
Oh look, here we go, bang!
Stop this now. Stop this now.
4-0 by half time. I should have said in 20 minutes.
Nah, stop this now because this is getting too much now. It's getting too much.
I love
now.
this
No,
team.
no, not stop.
It's getting
Carry
too
on.
much.
I want 8.
No.
Saka's on a madness.
Bro.
Saka is on a madness.
We went through a madness last season, yeah? Enjoy it. I know it's pre-season, but enjoy it. It's good. Give me the dance.
It's just, it is.
4-0
And
up
again,
first 20
and again,
minutes.
as what Helen said, it's linked to our pressing. Look at our pressing. Look, Martinelli just forward.
Yeah.
Look, pressing him, and he's
He
usually
doesn't know
running the
what to do.
keeper.
What's he doing?
Even this. Oh my God.
I mean, who plays out like that?
No, I'm
James
I'm fair play. I'm fair play.
Can't be
That looks easy, right?
That's
But
very
the
casual
thing is,
though by them.
yeah, that looks easy. But you know, Saka's shot there was actually quite
That was
clinical.
a
Like the
very good
the way he
shot,
hit that.
Oh, the Emirates must be rocking.
Is that their first choice keeper? James, is that their first choice keeper?
Hopefully not.
Who knows?
Do they need Runnison or what?
think-
Someone needs to talk to them. Because there's deals to be made today, I think. If they still want Pepe, Runnison,
No,
you
they
can do
can
2
take
for 1
Bellerin
special.
as well.
Yeah,
Saka and both Jesus, two goals each already. Hat tricks today.
Oh.
Here we go.
No,
let's
Ben
see.
White's pace. Look at Ben White's
Sleep it.
pace.
Well done.
Big up Ben White. His tracking
Sleep
there
it.
was amazing.
His
Saliba
cover,
there,
his cover
yeah.
and run is a joke. I wonder why he's on a black armband. Oh, Reyes.
Big up
Terry
Saliba.
Cobler,
yeah.
He's actually,
Terry as
I think
well.
he's actually a fan favourite.
Oh, do you know what? We missed the 9th minute.
We
I
clapped.
didn't
No,
even
it's
know
when
He clapped, it was a
scored,
penalty.
he clapped,
Yeah.
Oh, was it on
Saka
the
was taking
penalty?
the penalty,
Oh, okay,
yeah.
cool. Sorry, I missed it. I was too busy, like, focused on
No
the penalty.
yeah.
I love this team.
Ivan Rakitic with the cross. Listen, I didn't give a prediction. Can I give mine now then? Because
I don't know. I think it's a little bit unfair now.
it's unfair, but
it's a little bit unfair. Go on, go for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 7-0.
Okay.
That's why
I can't even laugh. I don't know why I'm saying.
Maybe we should start a new score prediction at half time. What do you think?
We might have to, because all of ours is going to be finished by then.
Yeah.
Redundant.
Sat says, didn't the Spuds play Sevilla in pre-season? Did they?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
I think they
They drew in it.
Yeah.
They drew. I see a lot of fans saying, "Oh, like we're taking
Ramsdale." That was well found.
Did you not?
God, he's like,
you know, he's like
trying to rough us up,
and Aaron Ramsdale.
Oh yeah.
How funny was that?
What was it? Zinky Winky and Boris Johnson.
Yeah, and I was like, poor Aaron, getting called Boris Johnson.
Aaron Ramsdale.
Zinchenko calls him Boris.
I've seen a lot of
he called him Boris Johnson.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of rival fans say. I've seen a lot of rival fans say, "Oh, the reason why we're getting results there is because we're taking pre-season very seriously."
Well, I'd like to take everything seriously.
Winning mentality, man.
I just think Arteta has just come out and he's treated pre-season how we treat every other game now. He's very strict. He's saying, "Look, I don't care about pre-season or non-pre-season."
He's not here to just have fun. He's here to try and do the best he can in the job.
And obviously not give the players a free ride during pre-season. Like, no, this is serious. This is our game. Because then, when you're already used to that level of momentum and consistency, you go into the league with just that same.
Listen, if you play football, you want to win every game. You don't go on that pitch, you know, saying it's pre-season, doesn't matter if we don't win. You always want to win. Obviously, it's more about fitness and chemistry and all that, but so far, so good. Like I said, this type of performance against Palace, this type of result against Palace, it's a different story. It's a different story.
I can't wait to see you dancing and singing this season.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Nah, listen, you're only the league for that one for Turkish, man. You're going to lead league challenge and have Turkish on his feet, man.
Oh, that's a good run. Wait, what they cut to?
Offside. Offside.
Okay.
So people, nearly 25 minutes in, what are we saying?
It's up to you if you want to share it or not.
I'm glad you went onto that sofa.
I told you I'd get mad messages.
People were so tech Taylor said Manic side. Hey, it looks different.
They've clipped it already.
But I can't. It's gonna get clipped. I'm scared.
I want to be in it.
I don't care, man.
Oh my days.
We went through so much last season, man. This. Listen, it feels different though. It feels different.
I've been putting it now, man.
It feels different. Can't lie.
I've even got the song. Got the feel.
Yeah, I'm there. I've got the feeling. It is what it is until I'm crying after the Palace game on Friday. But nah, I'm joking. No, it does. This is quality.
Wow,
23 minutes in. We've had 4 shots, 4 on target, 4 goals, 39% possession. Compared to Sevilla, 0 shot, 0 on target, 61% possession.
I'll take that all season, isn't it?
Listen.
But you know what? That's different to last season, though. That's different to last season. Because last season
have all the possession.
we had possession, but we weren't converting.
Exactly. Yeah.
This season, less possession, and we are converting goals. Love that.
You can catch teams on the back foot like that.
You tire them. You tire them that way.
Yeah.
You wear them down, and if you're a fit side, you're going to break them so easy.
Yeah. Take advantage of it.
Wow.
We have Arteta there.
See, this is.
Man.
I've got to be careful what I say. But
Go on.
I felt relaxed like this when we were watching in Florida as well against Chelsea.
Yeah.
It feels. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't just a fluke, a one-off kind of performance.
So to caveat that as well, people saying that we're taking pre-season serious. If you listen to Tuchel's press conference after, he speaks about he's never lost 2 pre-season games in a row and all this. He was taking it serious, and the team he played were a serious side. So they were taking it serious. It's just we are. It feels like
he seemed to feel we were ahead in our pre-season.
He said that as well. Yes,
yeah,
he said
I remember him saying.
He said that. He said
so what you've been kind of more of a player.
Yeah.
What would be the difference in how we've prepared to possibly Chelsea? Because obviously our pre-season time-wise, would it not have been the same? Did they not all go back roughly at the same time after their break for holidays?
Yeah, they would have had the same preparation. I mean, all that would be different is the players that came in at different times, maybe new signings and whatnot. But it just, I think Chelsea is a bit of a mess at the moment. If I'm completely honest, I think they're getting some big name signings and it's just not clicking. And I don't know if Tuchel, he didn't seem happy in that press conference at all after the game. I think
he needs to look at himself as well. That guy keeps it. Listen,
he does keep
I heard things about Tuchel, Chelsea challenging for Premier League last season. Listen, they bought a £100 million striker. Now he's gone back on loan for £8 million.
Yeah.
Now they bought Koulibaly and Sterling, and it's all good and well saying we look better in pre-season, but there's a lot of pressure on him.
There is, and I think Chelsea. Listen, I'm not going to judge them on pre-season. I still think they will do well this season because I feel like they've signed some really good players. Koulibaly, Sterling. Anyway. They've got a great team already prior to Tuchel coming in. They've got enough quality to get top 4. But do I think they will be miles ahead of everyone else? No, I feel like we'll be in and around them. And I feel like if we do play to our best ability, we can definitely finish above them.
Yeah, there's something to be said about team cohesion as well. You can see how together this Arsenal side is. When we saw Chelsea, they just seemed disjointed when we played against them. They didn't seem like they knew where to be, how to attack, how to play together. This side looks very well coached, and I know it is only pre-season, but it looks very well coached. They seem like they're all on the same mindset and together is key. I know Arteta's been pushing for that by clearing out some of the bad eggs, but yeah, it just feels different.
Good defending by Saliba there, clearing from the 6-yard box, instructing other players as well. That's what we need. We need more leaders on the pitch, regardless of age, because age is always going to be young.
You can see he's a leader though in that defence.
See if Gabriel Jesus can trap this because he's
considering
smart.
he's the newest member to that back line. Him and Zinchenko, he's just proper taking control of that whole defence.
Sometimes it's just about character, not necessarily age.
No, I think it's his character, definitely. Confident boy.
The 26th minute, we're 4-0 up.
Wouldn't it be nice if we were playing Liverpool in a real game and we were 4-0 up?
It's crazy, isn't it?
That would be, for me, personally, the turning point for Arsenal Football Club.
Away.
If we can go to Anfield and get 3 points, because we have not done that for years.
Yeah, that's that, yeah.
Like, for me, that's the turning point.
You're saying you're coming to Anfield with me this year?
Let's see how the season starts, my guy. Let's see how the season starts. I'm not
waiting.
You know how many times I've done those drives over the last 10 years?
I know you.
My guy. Hours on that motorway, hours.
Listening to heartbreak songs.
I was back.
Adele blaring through the speakers.
Hello, can you hear me?
Go easy on me. Because after them games, I don't want no one messaging me.
I think the worst one for me last season was Man City. Oh my God, that game was horrendous.
Oh,
when Xhaka got sent off.
Was it
you mean
like season?
Yeah.
The drive back as well?
That was a long drive back.
Oh, yeah.
We got battered, like, what was it, 5-1, I think?
5-0,
5-0, 5-1, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah,
that was awful. That was awful.
I feel for you guys.
But out with a bad, in with a new, you know what I mean?
All of that.
Let's hope we go to Anfield and we get a result.
You're right, Edna. That will be the turning point.
For me, I think that will be the turning point.
I think in isolation.
Here we go. Oh.
And listen, it's still going to be tough. Don't get twisted. I still think it will be very difficult to get a result there.
Yeah.
Because let's not pretend that.
No, but for me, when I can see us go to places like Anfield, Man City, where we haven't got a win for years, then I'll start really seeing
what the
change. I think Liverpool.
City more. I think Liverpool going to.
There's a chance, but Man City, if Haaland hits the ground running, then listen.
Long day.
But with all of that, if we can go there and get a result, even if it's a 1-0, I'll see progress.
Liverpool. I assume we can get something.
I think we have more chance of beating Man City than Liverpool, man.
I don't care. I just want to be winning our away games to them teams. The teams that are winning the title.
I'll be honest here. I fear Liverpool more than any team in the league.
Listen.
No, I want to win.
Because you have to understand, when we play those teams like Liverpool, Man City...
You know what it is? But when we beat Man City 2-0 all those years ago, the reason we remember that so much is because we all thought that was a turning point. Remember Cazorla and Coquelin? So for me, it's like look at Tottenham last season. They played Liverpool twice, City twice. They didn't lose one of them. They didn't lose.
They were brilliant,
They beat Man City as well.
But the confidence that gave them was then they went on to get top 4.
Yeah, that 3-2 against City in the second half of the season was
I don't think Liverpool will be the Liverpool we saw of recent. I think they're going to have an interesting season this season. I'm not saying they're going to plummet.
Nah, I'm not doing that against us. I'm not doing that. I just know that. I'll be honest. I did that last season. I was like, Liverpool, they might decline. No, man. I just think Liverpool.
Why do you think
they'll still be up there?
They'll still be up there.
But I don't think they're going to. Yeah, I think Mane's a big tack. Them losing.
I don't know. I think who they've signed is good.
They've signed good signings, but I don't know. For some reason, I feel
the only time Liverpool will decline is when Klopp leaves. That's it. Other than that, Liverpool will always be at the top because because Klopp just knows how to get results. He's just such a good manager. It's not about the team. That's why I keep telling people it's about the manager. He's a top
There's a guy in the middle there.
Oh, that's it. Whoops. Ah, that was a little bit sloppy there, Thomas.
Right. Ending it well.
Lucky the rest were behind him to clean that up.
Oh, see,
Zinchenko
look,
got
that could have been a
spun
goal.
a little bit, you know. He got
Again,
got
how
two.
they
Was that?
passing it back to him?
Oh, the camera's going on the camera there though.
Gabriel, is that you again? Your hands up twice in this first 30 minutes. I don't want to see it up again.
I think Gabriel and Partey have had slow starts.
Because the manager will be mad. Don't want to see it. God, no, I don't want to see it.
Two sorries is enough in 30 minutes, yeah? 2 sorries is enough. 3 sorries, listen. Is it rolling subs? Because we'll have a talk, mate. Justin here with a super chat. It's only pre-season. Even Manchester City don't get 3 points at Anfield. Calm down. You're down there with Chelsea and Spurs.
We didn't say we're going to.
I don't disagree with that comment. I don't disagree with that comment.
yeah.
I really don't. I don't disagree with that comment. I'm not going to sit here and say we're going to start getting 3 points at Anfield because I know how hard it is to do that. Oh,
I should let that one run.
No, I should have passed
Gabriel
it to
scored
Saka
there.
there. Should have passed it.
Who was in there? No, there was someone make the 1-2 in there. Who was that?
Martinelli.
I don't mind my forward shooting, man. We need them to just shoot on
If
side.
you let this one run, 1-2, Martin, boom, Jackson.
He should have played it back.
Yeah.
It's alright though. It's alright.
You're young, hungry, you want to
Yeah,
go.
Right, the thing is, he wants to get on the score sheet. Yeah.
I think he just didn't see him. I think literally, I think his eyes were on the
Do
ball.
you know what though? Martinelli's such a he just
Direct
wants to
player.
score. Yeah, any chance he gets, he'll try and shoot.
See, as much as the black and gold kit bang, you see that guy there with the old school yellow kit,
Yeah.
and then even that guy,
They're the JVC.
the old school kits, shit all over the new kits. Pardon my
No,
language.
the black and gold one is
Classical,
Pardon
classic.
my language.
They're classic kits, innit?
When I see a classic kit, hey,
does something for you, yeah.
yeah.
But you got attachment to that though, because there's
Yeah,
certain
yeah.
good times. That might happen this season, it might not. But
Yeah, let's
I think,
hope. Let's hope.
Yeah, because kits to me, I only get attached when something's won in them, or something's
Yeah.
I'm attached to them for certain reasons.
And the black kit deserves something.
It does.
Something special with it.
It does. It really
Owen
does.
here is saying, if you were to follow the pre-season hype, it would lead you to believe top 4 is on. I'll hold off praise until February, March, and see where we are.
I get that.
That is a fair way to look at it,
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
Just a fan. That's
Well, we have to,
what I'm
but no,
saying,
but
man.
listen,
The thing
but-
is, you get caught in the
You
moment.
do, man.
Yeah.
Of course, it's a
But listen,
fan.
we have to celebrate what's going on now, innit? Because at the end of the day, these are still games, and you can only beat what's in front of you, innit? And we're beating the teams that are in front of us quite confidently.
What's this? Why is Ramsdale on the floor with someone over him?
Madison on next. Turner.
Leno might need to stay, mate.
Yeah, what's happening with Leno? Is it kind of?
I think we're
nothing's
just holding
happened,
out for
is
a
it?
couple mil more.
Ah, okay.
I think it's going to happen. Because we can't get nothing for Bellerin, it seems. Torreira. At least with Leno, it seems like we can get something. So
It is worrying that we can't kind of get any money
Offload
for
players,
half
yeah.
of these players.
No, Leonard's worth more than 8.
That's
so
one
I
problem
don't
we've
care,
always
but-
had, and we've never been able
Yeah.
to solve. Is that issue with
How do
offloading
you-
players and getting money for
Yeah.
players? We struggle
Add
with
value
it. Bad.
to.
and then people start saying, oh, maybe Bellerin's got to play. No.
No,
There's no place in this
But
side.
the problem is now, the only way to improve that is to not sign players that we need to offload. Because I feel like our issue of offloading players now, we've got players at our team that we need to offload that we can't. So we have players like Bellerin, Pepe, a lot of players that we...
Do you know what though? I would say just let them go like you did Uber. Just give them, let them go for
Yeah.
free.
There's
Get
only
them off
so
the
much
books.
of that we can do.
Yeah, you can't just
'cause then we
keep
lose a
him,
lot of money,
you know.
innit?
It's a lot of wages you're paying out for nothing, isn't it?
Laurie's not happy with that one.
Happy with what? Me saying just let them go.
Yeah, always not happy with that.
Oh no, I'm not saying about.
Who?
But if we did it with our
Don't worry
best
about it, Laurie,
player,
man.
but if you did it with your best player, why would you not do it
Aubameyang
with
is
the ones you
gone.
clearly don't need? We needed a goal scorer at that point, and we done
Long
it.
live the king.
Hey, watch yourself.
Ugly,
Thierry's the king is a prince, man. Don't.
Yeah, there's only been one king.
Big up KD in the chat as well. He says Martinelli is exceptional, but we need goals, please. KD, did you see yourself in the vlog the other day? If you haven't, make sure you go watch that, my guy. Love for the
must have
love
seen
out
that.
there in Orlando as well, man. Big up for the t-shirt. Next time Kroenke messes about, I'm wearing that t-shirt. Until then, you know, it has to stay. It has to stay away. People wonder why I'm wearing this mad t-shirt if things are going well.
Yeah.
That expression on that shirt is crazy. What the anger in your eyes is mad.
Yeah, listen.
I haven't seen this T-shirt. What's this?
No,
You would have
T-shirt?
seen the photo. It's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
photo of him with the flares. It was in the protest.
Last year.
last year.
Yes, yes.
Someone made a top. Big up, KD.
Oh,
KD
really?
made a top.
Oh,
of it.
Yeah, he
wicked.
met us. He tried to meet us after the game, but it was mad, so he came to the airport.
Oh,
Before
that's
we
really
left.
nice.
Really
Yeah,
nice.
that's quite good, yeah.
Big up, KD.
Jesus never.
Do you know what? It is special when you see the fans.
Yeah, it's mad to me.
It was amazing.
I'm still
very
shocked by it
humbling
all.
to
Yeah.
see.
It's
Yeah.
still just. I can't wait to go back.
Yeah, it's lovely.
I can't wait for pre-season next year. I might start following pre-season instead.
Yeah, Turkey's
There'll be your away games.
I'm just here for
Listen, give me one more poor season, Arsenal, and I'm just a pre-season guy.
I might be with you on that.
I'm just
I join it,
Australia,
man.
yeah,
Tour the world.
Africa, India, wherever we're going, yeah, I'm there.
Turkey's just there in the crowd. Every pre-season.
Call me pre-season, man.
Well,
Oh,
ball.
look at
That's quality.
Come on,
Pre-season,
Gabby.
man.
that. Gabby.
There's no stress or pressure either. It's so like he was right though.
Just enjoy life.
Yeah, you could just
Just
Was that as Zinchenko pass?
I think that's what makes it so nice.
Brilliant
The games
pass.
don't actually
Yeah,
count,
they
so
don't
it's
mean-
such
they
a
don't
good
mean
time either way.
You just know you're enjoying before, you're enjoying after.
Just fun.
Even the stadiums you can enjoy. There's a lot of things to do in the stadiums regarding food and drink and.
Do you think,
Especially in
the
America.
players? Do you think the players enjoy pre-season? Like,
Yeah,
I think the
definitely.
players love
so.
it, man.
Definitely.
Get to go to a nice hot country. You know what I mean?
And especially when they're in country, I mean, I can only go from my observation, but like somewhere like America, most of our players are completely unknown when they're walking around out there.
Oh, yeah.
So they have
A bit more freedom.
Just a more relaxed
Yeah.
kind of time. You know, like they're going to think twice if they're going to go out just to the shops to get a coffee or,
Yeah.
you know, like just, this, you know, like the simple things.
People have mentioned that about America, like ex-players saying, you know, when they move there and they're not known, they like
Yeah,
it.
it's just
a different
lovely.
world.
Because there's a lot of pressure that comes with what
Yeah, of
they
course.
do, wherever they're playing.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be just in London
Just in
because
London.
they're the stars in wherever they're playing.
Yeah.
Super chat here from Sergio. I had a dream that we lost to Crystal Palace 4-2. I hope it's not true. My guy, you got 6 dreams left to fix that because it's next Friday. So you need to have a better dream.
Listen,
my guy.
man. Listen.
You need to have a better dream.
I was taught. Listen, I was taught dreams aren't
Let's
true,
hope
man.
his dreams never come true.
Dream.
Try and sort it out, my guy. Listen.
Fix your dream.
How do you fix a dream?
How's that a dream?
That's a lucid dream.
How's
That's a
that
lucid
a
dream.
I
nightmare,
reckon
though?
Turkish can recommend how to fix that.
Yeah, it's a lucid dream. If it's a lucid dream,
I hope
basically.
you have no dreams, but
That's a nightmare though, really. If you're seeing a team lose, it ain't a dream. That's a nightmare, man. You don't want to lose that game.
It's not even a dream, is it? It's a nightmare, man.
It's not though. I like.
Stress says Arsenal have not made this match available in India, where it seems like it's not available in quite a few places. These things surely ticks
Get
off
up, man.
fans.
Yeah,
Also,
must
are
do.
you guys playing FPL? If you are, send the code for the group. I don't know if AFTV are. I will be with the big 6 slot. I'll put that up on my own. But does AFTV do FPL? We have done a couple of times. We have done, and I won it. I remember.
Swear.
Yeah.
That's why he remembers it.
Yeah, of course, obviously. I mean,
Football knowledge,
We'll do
football
one for
knowledge.
AFTV as well. I'll sort it out,
Yeah,
people.
that
I'll
can
sort
be-
it out.
Yeah, dude.
Give me till tomorrow.
You've
Sunday.
got until a few
Pressure,
days,
boy,
isn't it?
Yeah, Sunday. Tomorrow.
When's the cut-off for it? Is it
No,
until the
you-
day?
There's
of
no
the-
cut-off.
Can you
You
do it
can start
anytime?
after.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, tomorrow on the AFTV Insta and Twitter, I'll put out an FPL code. Make sure you guys join up.
Oh, it's a good pass.
Good save.
Poor defending, but yeah.
Listen, listen, 40 minutes in, it's been very comfortable, very comfortable. Nothing that's really troubled us. It's just been plain sailing, man.
That was
Couldn't
the
have asked for
clearest
more.
opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally
Or
been
maybe the
plain
one in the
sailing for us.
6-yard box where the
I'd like
touch
to
was poor.
see Gabby get a goal as well.
High energy from the team as well.
Sorry, I'm laughing. I have to mention KSI has just tweeted.
Oh, what's he tweeting?
4 goals in 20 minutes. The team is hydrated. Prime. Good
Yeah,
business, good marketing, though. Good marketing, though. I'll get to it.
Listen,
Good marketing.
after he signed his deal, innit? After he
love
signed his
that.
deal, they're like, oh, everyone like Zinchenko, everyone's drinking a drink right before the
No,
game.
but the thing is, if we start winning every time we play now, he'll be like, it's due to the hydration.
Oh, but I'll be think about it, if that's your business, you'll be gassed.
Brother,
yeah.
listen, if Prime's
It's a
going to get us
good
top 4, we
investment,
can
innit?
prime it all the way, man.
Nah, that's good.
Give him
That's-
anything, man.
That's good business.
As Logan Paul
Foul.
Foul.
tweeted
Foul,
as
go
well.
on. Keep pulling our man. Go on. We're going to keep giving you fouls.
A man said the team is hydrated.
The Dodo, man. This
Not
team,
ready,
This,
not prepped, not well trained, not
Listen,
focused.
this team is not thirsty at all,
Great
man.
marketing.
Great market.
This
Give
team,
it to
is,
him.
this team has been primed up, man.
Big up JJ, man. A good guy as well, man. Oh, that's funny.
I think that's a really good partnership,
No,
personally,
it's-
by both parties.
Yeah,
involved.
yeah, it's good
Very clever.
partnership. Yeah,
Nice.
smart as well.
It
because
helps
obviously
Arsenal's PR and, you know, the marketing and extra.
Oh, and it's nice that he's a fan of
Social
fan of the club
media.
as well.
You know,
Yeah.
like, the guy's big everywhere, so it's great.
Exactly, and it helps that he's an Arsenal fan.
No, 100%. It makes it even better.
Put that in the corners.
It wouldn't be as relevant if he
Yeah,
wasn't.
it wouldn't. It would just be like a normal brand.
It's
deal.
like normal business.
KD again, I watched it, he said, thanks for adding me. Hope you don't get to wear it anytime soon. So do I. Next time, I'll get one for everyone I missed out. Big up to you guys. Love for the love, KD, man. You know what it is already. Cyrus said Turkish. If you saw Josh Kroenke on Tinder, would you swipe right?
What are they trying to say
swipe right
to you,
mean,
Turkey?
though?
I don't use Tinder.
Hey, Turkish, what are you saying?
What does right mean? Right
Are you
mean
on
in the
Tinder?
bin? Does right mean? No, I'm not on Tinder, man.
Trying to get man. I know man's trying to get me.
I'm good in real life.
I think I saw
They're
someone.
getting you in trouble, aren't they?
A lie?
Does right mean in the bin or what?
No, right means yeah, like.
Oh, no, I'm not on
explain
it
it
yet.
to us, yeah.
No, I'm not a Tinder guy. I don't use Tinder, but obviously I'm.
You sound like you do.
No, I can't
You
even
sound
lie.
like you do. I can't lie.
No, because everyone knows that left is no.
Not everyone.
Yeah.
We
I
didn't
didn't
know.
know.
Follow Souls on Tinder now. Link in the description below,
Don't even
people.
start that one there, man. They're about searching me on Tinder and that, man.
Pierce says KSI is who introduced me to this team 7 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Mad.
Got a mad influence.
Saka, I love it. Ooh, good tackle there, to be fair.
Nice pick up from Odegaard.
Gonna score.
Really?
This is. But you know, Jesus. Wait, you know Jesus though. He's starting from the left.
Yeah, he
I'm losing my mind.
Drifts a lot.
drifting.
Someone's got to sort me out.
But if you're coming, I'm going over there, man.
I'm gonna stop saying
I'm not getting mean in your league winning stuff, man.
Said, brother, if you come here, I'm going there.
Yeah.
There's some energy in this.
Like,
I just looked at Kelsey. Oh.
you know, though, that's one thing about Jesus that a lot of City fans said about him when he joined Arsenal is that he drifts a lot. And that's what I don't want to see a lot from him because I want him to be able to hold a position down. Because even in that position there, he was far, far left, like playing as a left winger. And I've seen him do it for City a lot. He does drift a lot.
Jacka, by the way, it's the bicycle kick. I don't know if anyone saw that.
Yeah.
You see what he done against Chelsea?
Oh,
Flick over their head and a right foot volley.
You know what? I didn't see that at the game, and then you lot kept speaking about it. I said, what are you lot talking
We
about?
looked a little
Bro,
bit.
that was
That's right, offside.
that was brazy.
I thought I didn't see it at the game, and then I saw the replay. I was like, oh, he actually did do it.
That was wild. That was wild.
Was it a sellout game today? Does anyone know?
I don't know, but I'd assume
'Cause it looks
close
like there's
to.
a few seats unless everyone's
Yeah, no,
gone
it
to
looks
get
like
I was
drink.
getting
Maybe
messages.
everyone's gone to get hydrated.
Yeah.
I think it probably will be because listen, I got a lot of messages for people being there today.
They were giving out free prime at the gates as well.
They were giving out what?
I'm joking.
I understand I'm going down there, bro. I want to try it. It's hard to get hold of Prime, you know. They're
hard,
hard to get
yeah.
hold of, bro.
Their first drop was in Asda and
Yeah, in Asda's.
Oh, really?
But yeah, but that's the only really place you can get them. They're hard to find.
They're saying StockX.
I wouldn't even, honestly. I wouldn't even be
This is the one that we
surprised.
gave to Jesus.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
wouldn't- honestly,
All that.
the way the world is, you probably see it on StockX, yeah.
Resellers. Trust me.
100%, bro. When I see them recent Air Forces, you know what? You know it's mad, bro. Like just standard white Air Forces. You'll probably see Prime on there soon.
But I refuse to pay 150 Air Forces, man.
It's mad. It's mad.
Do you think sort of Saliba has the distribution that
He runs.
that Ben White has?
Maybe. You know what? I see Ben White as more of a long ball
Yeah,
type of
that's what I was
ball,
about
but
to
then I see Saliba running through the lines
Through the
on
lines
the ball
and then
better.
releasing that pass, yeah.
Yeah, he's more confident on the ball. More assured as well.
Look at this, man.
I know. We're just
toying with them, man.
It's beautiful stuff.
Look at this.
It's beautiful stuff. I
People are looking the other way while they're passing.
have to just applaud this stuff. It's mad.
44 minutes, 1 minute left.
You got the feels then, Cecil. You got the feels?
I have a little bit. It's nice to listen. A good passing
Listen,
Arsenal
man.
side. that
Cecil's
scores.
gassed, man.
I am, man.
Cecil's
I've had a
looking
good couple. Listen,
Yeah,
it's been
yeah.
a good pre-season.
Cecil's looking at his season going, rah,
Yeah,
we can
it's-
achieve.
It's mad. It's actually crazy, but hey, nah, it's nice. It's nice. It's a good feeling. See what the first season.
There's
First game of the season. Oh, there's
Yeah,
Hits.
man, yeah.
And,
Oh, his Hits there. Where's
yeah.
Hits? I missed him.
Just behind where the throne
Is he with Rob?
Right at the front.
No,
He wasn't by
Oh
himself.
no, Rob's in Cyprus, isn't he?
he was with a kid.
Yeah, no, he's probably with his grandson.
Good, man. Nice.
Coming up to injury time, I don't know how much injury time there will be. Maybe 1 minute because of the goals, but
Yeah, the penalty decision was quite
actually
quick, wasn't
Ramsdale
it?
went down for maybe 2 minutes. We'll see.
It'll be
45-minute mark.
Yeah,
1 minute. 1 minute.
1 minute at a time.
I think Sevilla probably be happy with that.
So we're saying same team 15 minutes into the second half and then make some changes?
Yeah,
or?
it's 60th minute. Start putting some players on that you want to try out.
Go on.
Yeah, we're gonna
Ooh.
need to.
Who's
Has
this?
to be 5.
Oh,
come on.
Martinez.
come on, Gabby.
Oh,
That was a
Should've
good.
been
He
a goal.
tried
Tried
to
it.
the chip.
Tried.
He did the right decision. Hold on. Oh, he knew that. He knew
Yeah.
Gabriel Jesus was there. Go on, slip him.
I feel like he should have scored there, to be fair. Penalty!
That was a good
Another
tackle.
one?
That was a good challenge. If he moved the ball,
Oh.
they're under it though. Look at the.
Yeah.
They're under it. Higher, Ben. Higher.
Press looks a lot more assured in these pre-season games.
Half time coming. Good. That's
I
not foul.
do think
Oh.
the
10
addition of
seconds.
Jesus and people have helped, like bring it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, Jesus and Saliba have added so much to this
Yeah.
side, just those two. Imagine what Champions League football and some world-class additions can do. Half-time whistles gone, people 4-0 up. Very, very good first half, especially the first 20 minutes. Amazing James says, Cecil, send me that shirt.
All right. No, I can't do that, but I can show you where I got it from.
Big up Rocky Nico, man. If you don't
Yeah,
know,
Rocky
get to know.
I had this before him, but you can get it from there. That is actually available right now because I went to Basel.
I think he had one up
He
the other
does.
day.
I checked yesterday.
Yeah.
I bought some tops
I
yesterday.
did see
Oh
one.
yeah, he had a Bergkamp one up the other day.
Yeah, that was
but
it, the
they sell out
Bergkamp
so quick on his site, so you have to just follow him on Insta and he'll keep
You
you
gotta be
updated.
Every
Quick.
Friday, people.
Yeah. So 4-0, 2 Saka, 2 Jesus. A lot of us predicted. I remember the super chat earlier predicted Saka and Jesus on the score sheet.
Yeah.
All of our scores aside from Helen's is in the bin. You did predict 4-1.
For one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
they might still score one second half, you know.
Yeah.
But hopefully they don't, and hopefully we're going to score another 4 in the second half.
that would be nice.
Should we have new score predictions for the
Yeah, I
second
would
half?
like that. I still think Zinchenko might get on the score sheet. I'd love to see that.
We are going to pass it to James shortly, but before we pass it, let's have revised predictions. 4-0 up, half time. Helen, let's start with you.
Oh,
Stick or twist? You should stick.
nah, I'm going to go 6.
Yeah?
Nil.
6-0 or 6-1.
6-0 or 6-1.
That is a mad.
Cecil.
Look what we're doing. Look what. How nice is it?
We're piling up goals, man.
Arsenal, you know.
We're stacking it on.
Arsenal 6. Yeah, I'm going 5-1.
5-1.
5-1.
I'm going. I said 7-0, but
Go on,
I
say
don't know, I
10.
get a bit ahead of myself. And I got that little. I'll probably go 6. I'll probably go 6-0.
Yeah, I'll say 6. I'll say 6-1. Go something different. Milo says soon Gundogan to Arsenal.
Okay, I'll take
that
him.
was complete.
Please, don't.
He is a baller.
I'd love
What a player!
that. I'd love that. Love that.
That's a dream I want to have, man.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Who-
And would you go with 6?
6-1.
6-1.
6-1.
Yeah.
We
What,
ready
yours,
over there?
5-0.
We're good to go. We're going to pass it over to James. People, get your thoughts and all of that in. James will run through half time and we will be back here for the start of the second half. Love.
Well done, Arsenal. 4-0. Inside. When did that fourth come? Is this 18 minutes? 4 and 18, 3 and 15. I mean, fair play. Listen, fair play. That is, the Emirates crowd's back, first time since May, and you're putting on a real show for them. We went out with a strong team, and they're looking really, really strong. We're going to look at this from all angles. We're not just going to sit here and wax lyrical for 15 minutes, because I think there's kind of more to look at with just that first half performance. But we will go incident for incident and just discuss a little bit of what we have seen. Take your comments as well. Mr. Smith says, great performance. Dane says, should be 7 by now. You know what's interesting about that, Dane? We were 4-0 up off 4 shots, 4 of them on target, as you saw the stats pop up during the watch-along. They had more of the ball as well, Sevilla. So it's not a case of Arsenal dominating in terms of having the ball and toying with Sevilla. It's about them pressing really well. It's about them being really efficient in front of goal, which is not something we've said about Arsenal for a long, long time. Really, back to when Aubameyang was really firing and you felt, okay, Aubameyang, Lacazette, you don't need too many chances. They're going to put them away. And that was a good 3-4 years ago. So Arsenal looking far more efficient. And listen, he went out with a strong 11. White at right back. Zinchenko comes in. We're going to talk about Zinchenko's role in a minute, actually. Let me just write it down so I don't forget. We definitely want to talk about Zinchenko in a sec. That first goal, what I like about it was Arsenal showing a degree of patience with also urgency to get forward. Now, it was a penalty. As in, a penalty was awarded. Saka puts it away. It is a penalty. I just think you can't go to the back of someone that recklessly, whether there's that much contact, whether Saka can stay up. He doesn't need to stay up. If someone comes in like that, you go down. And I think he's done the right thing there. We've got the penalty. And what I like about it from Odegaard was that he had the ball. The run wasn't quite on. He held on to it. Saka continued to move into space and he picked it off with a lovely chip in behind. And Arsenal haven't always been the best when it comes to counter-attacking and taking advantage of space. And when it does open up, getting from back to front quite quickly. And they did in that situation there. So well done to Odegaard and Saka, and he puts it away. Lovely penalty, and he's looking confident from the spot. I've got to give it to him. What Chelsea, Man United are now today. I think it was Martinelli though who took the penalty against Everton when we beat them on the final day of the season. I don't know whether that was just a case of it ultimately didn't matter too much, so Martinelli wanted to take one. I don't know, but 1-0, fair play Arsenal. They made a good start and they followed up very, very quickly with a blitz of 2, 3, 4 goals straight after that. The second one. If I'm right, the second one is Jesus, yeah. So the ball's pinged wide from Ben White. And by the way, when people talk about Ben White's passing range, that's what we're talking about, the ability to get the ball up the pitch from back to front very quickly. Jesus has pulled wide. We talked about the fluidity we're going to get in this front three by having a player like Jesus, Martinelli, who can come into central area, Saka, who we know can play across the front three. And what we had there was Jesus pulling wide, lovely, control with his chest and down with the ball at his feet. We talk about those Man City players, how Riyad Mahrez, kills the ball with his first touch, or at least two. It's usually one touch, but if he needs a second touch, at least he doesn't take very long. Jesus does that there on the touchline, and Granit Xhaka makes this great underlapping run. That kind of, I mentioned it so many times with Graham on Tactical Insight. When our players are so wide, like Saka and Martinelli tend to be, in this case it's Jesus, you need your central midfielders to make those darts and those runs, those underlaps, those inside runs when the space picks up. And we saw Odegaard do it against Chelsea when he scored, and we've now seen it with Xhaka with that particular move there. So great to see us taking advantage of those spaces when they open up. And of course, a goal comes from it because Jesus follows his pass into Xhaka, gets into the box, showing real pace, tenacity, a hunger to score, and gets his goal. And he did it again for the third. Martinelli opens his body up, whips it to the back post. This is Jesus making that back post run. That, I remember we talked about it when doing our breakdowns, talking about what Jesus could bring to this side. The back post run is something he did at Man City so often last season. The goal I want to reference is his goal against Liverpool at the Etihad, pulling off at the back post, waiting for that ball. I think it was Cancelo who delivered it in that game against Liverpool. In this game, it's Martinelli. And he's used to just being on the shoulder, looking for that little bit of space, but always being a threat. And then when it's put into the box, just darting in, and it's a lovely finish, and fair play to him. That is the third goal. And Arsenal 3-0 up. And I've got to say, after 15 minutes, they're cruising. After 4... again, it's game over, and it's really down to Bukayo Saka pressing really well. This is where we see Arsenal's press in full effect. They've been pressing well all game, but this one really leads to the goal because, the Sevilla goalkeeper, it's just poor playing out the back. It's a really reckless pass across goal. And then even when Saka does make the contact with his right foot, it's gone straight through the keeper. So well done, Saka, for pouncing. The press is good, but really a poor goal from Sevilla's perspective. So that's just a recap on the 4 goals. And I think it's a case of both Arsenal being very good on the day, but Sevilla also being really quite poor, reckless for the penalty, poor goalkeeping. But Arsenal showing some real good movement, good patterns of play, a good flow that have allowed them to go 4-0 up very early in what is our final pre-season game, and one that I hoped would be a little bit more of a workout. But I'll touch on that in a second. Let's go through some more comments. Jay is predicting a final score of 5-0. Mark says, what a first half performance. Zinchenko, though, the crossing, passing is his making. Wow, even Ben White is doing it. I'm so glad we didn't buy Enyeri, he's put. I'm not sure who Enyeri. En-Nesyri, the the Sevilla striker. Maybe that's who you're mentioning. Maine says, Saliba brings composure to our defence. Faith is imagining a 5-4 win for Sevilla. I mean, imagine that. Shakil also mentioning how good Zinchenko has been. Great at passing and filling into the half spaces to collect the ball, but he's a little suspect with his defensive positioning. I guess it's a result of him pressing high up into the midfield. Yeah, I think that's a good point there. Prince says Cecil's got me buzzing. Yeah, listen, he's having a good time, and who can blame him? Mark says it's time that you guys start putting some respect on Arteta's name. Listen, I've given Arteta a lot of respect and a lot of credit over the 3 years through the good and the bad, but it's still pre-season and he's got to have a big season this year. He's absolutely got to. Some people still not completely on the Arteta bandwagon in the comments, but others are saying we will win everything now, as Patrick says. Colby says, who do you think will line up against Palace? I think it will be this team. I think this is the team that's going to play. What else have we got? Saliba Goat says Matting, and the shape has impressed me the most, says CM Jose. Yeah, the press has been very, very good. That is one thing we can say about this Arsenal team. They've been pressing well throughout pre-season. We saw it in the Chelsea game. We've seen it in this. It's not just a one-off. They're in the mood. They're feeling good. This is clearly something Arteta's really trying to deploy more often. And listen, you don't buy the best pressing striker in the world, quote marks I'm doing there, that's Pep Guardiola's words, to then not press. So, you know, have players like Martinelli, who's very good at it as well, and Odegaard. So Arsenal will be pressing this season. We saw it on display there. Let me touch on a player that was mentioned there a lot, Alexander Zinchenko. Now, he's been absolutely terrific in this first half, mainly because of what he's done in possession. And you know, Graham and I, we like to sit here, we like to try and talk about Arsenal's shape, how we line up, and it's starting to look a little bit silly. Not that, listen, I'm not trying to discredit Graham and I's work. I think we do some good stuff personally. But trying to talk about the way Arsenal are going to line up when you've got a team that's so versatile and so fluid is becoming harder than ever, because I'm watching that first half. And Zinchenko, I just tweeted it actually. There's inverted fullback, and then there's what Zinchenko's doing. He is really central, really central at times, picking off balls over the top to Martinelli, but then at the same time, there are moments where he's pulling really far wide, hugging the touchline. Xhaka's dropping deeper. Martinelli comes inside. And it's almost like, and I mentioned this in the breakdown that I did on Zinchenko, it's like a three that constantly alternate. Like when Zinchenko's deep, Xhaka goes a bit higher, Martinelli's wide, and then Zinchenko will come wide, Martinelli will come inside, and Xhaka will come into that space to pick the ball off the defence. They're constantly alternating, the three of them. Now, if you're preparing to defend tactically against that, that is very, very difficult to do, because you can't man mark because you're following them all over the pitch. I mean, I suppose you could, but you might have players defending in positions they're really not comfortable in. Or you just try and, you know, form a low block, but Sevilla aren't really going to do that. They've got some players who want to get on the ball and play as well. They've even had more possession than Arsenal in that first half. So Arsenal are really making it difficult, and Zinchenko is at the very heart of that. Jesus, another one. We mentioned that second goal, him pulling out wide. You know, who's picking up who? There's real patterns of play in this team. There's real alternating of positions. And it goes back to our midfield three as well, where we've mentioned Partey being at the base with Xhaka and Odegaard getting forward either side. But at times we're now seeing almost a midfield two with Odegaard at the 10 and pressing from the front as well. I noticed that at times in the second half of the Chelsea game. So Arsenal are really keeping myself, but mainly the opposition, really guessing in terms of what they're going to do and how they want to set up with both the press and in possession. So they're almost working 3, 4, 5 different formations in one game. Whether that's something we're going to see at Palace, I don't know. But yeah, it's looking good, I've got to say. Credit to him, credit to Jesus, who's been fantastic as well. Kago here is he's quoting Curtis. Go look at the vlog, and if any of you take this seriously, I mean, yeah, have a laugh, because he's saying, I know it's pre-season, guys, but I think we're winning the treble. That is a quote from Curtis in the vlog. Listen, he had a lot of fun that day. We had a lot of fun. Arsenal looking really good, and like this game, are 4-0 up as well. But I do want to just talk about a different side to this first half. And I don't want to be Mr. Miserable. You've seen me. I've talked about all the things that have gone really well. But I just want to pose this question. I wonder actually if the panel will discuss this when we come back. Is this really a workout for Arsenal? We play Palace next week, which is a tough game, Selhurst Park. And if I'm honest, I'd rather see Arsenal worked a little bit harder and win this 2 or 3-0. 4-0 up after 18 minutes. I mean, let's just call a spade a spade. Sevilla have been really poor. You know, the penalty was just pretty shambolic decision-making from the defender. The goalkeeper had a bit of a nightmare. And yeah, they've had the ball and looked after it at times and played some nice football. They've been really poor at the back. Now, they're trying to acclimatise to not having Koundé. They've let Diego Carlos go. I mentioned in the build-up before that they've acquired £70 million worth. You know, just through selling their centre-backs alone, they had the best defensive record in La Liga last season. So they're readjusting to that, I understand. But from Arsenal's perspective, it's not really been much of a workout. Now, listen, maybe things change in the second half. I've seen football do some weird things. But what I would say is that Arsenal have had to... They've just had it a bit easy, in my opinion. They've just had a little bit easy that first half, and it's not really been the kind of run out that and workout that I would have expected ahead of Palace. Now, maybe I'm being too harsh. Maybe the team have been that good, and Sevilla can't do anything about it, and maybe it's that. But in my opinion, I don't know. I just think. I don't know. Listen, I guess it's good confidence and momentum and all these things going into the Palace game. I'm not taking that. Listen, I'm not trying to sound like a complaint about Arsenal being 4-0 up, but also Sevilla have been poor, and that is the one thing I would add to that, is that it has just been a little too easy, in my opinion, for Arsenal. T-Bone says, in this game, is Zinchenko playing left back? He says 1-0. I think he's talking about the bet I've got going with Robbie. He is playing left back, but look how many times he's popping into midfield. It is a starting position of left back, but I still think throughout the season he's going to be playing more in midfield. Sam says we need to find that balance between confidence and false sense of security. Sam, thank you so much for sending that super chat, because that's exactly what I'm saying. How much of it is confidence? How much are we coming out of that half with confidence, and how much are we coming out with a little bit of false sense of security? That is the only thing I would say. D says our main weakness is the backup squad. The drop in quality is clear. Well, we're going to see a lot of them playing in the second half. I don't see why Arteta would need to see much more from the first team for another 10-15 minutes. So I do think we're going to see more of that second string. I like to call it Europa League side. Going out. But anyway, guys, the game's about to kick off now. We'll send it back to the panel, and I'm going to ask this as it goes back to them. False sense of security, is that something we might need to be worried about? You guys let me know.
False sense of security, man. It is only pre-season, but that's why I keep on saying Palace. You know, Chelsea, great result, great performance. So far against Sevilla, great result, great performance. Palace, I need it against Palace. We need it against Palace, and then...
That's when it matters, isn't it? At the end
Consistency.
of the day.
Yeah.
Until the last game of the season, and then we can.
Yeah, because look,
really
a lot of people are
judge.
looking at our first few fixtures and doubting whether we can pick up 4 points or at least 13 from 15.
Oh,
nice.
Wow, we started fast. Do you know what I was going to say? Now you're 4-0 up, regardless of what any player says, now you'll be thinking, listen, it's just fun now. When I'm playing to enjoy myself, and I take it serious. But that's when you make the substitutions, in my opinion, Mikel should be doing. But they just started really fast. They might be taking it more serious. But whatever the scoreline is now, it's 4-0 at half-time. It doesn't really, unless we lose, it doesn't really mean anything. Get 5, 6, 7, doesn't really matter now. So mentally, they're going to be kind of saving themselves. They won't be going all out, in my opinion. I think that's probably what will be happening now. So maybe some changes need to be made.
And also, you're going to think of, you don't want to get anyone getting injured and
So
unnecessary scenarios.
I think changes should be made, really.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah, man. I think it's time to
Because,
start.
it's a week to go.
Yeah, it's time
the last thing you want in any match now is a key player.
Because our starting 11 is, we need that.
They're out there right now.
100%. Yeah, they're there.
And that's it. And honestly, that is the key for us this season. And I said it. It's all about injuries. If we can stay fit, we can get results. If we start losing 3 or 4 of our big players, and then then we're on the back foot again.
Yeah, and also it's game management, because you don't want to overuse certain players like we did last season.
Of course, yeah.
There was games where, we sat there doing the starting 11 and said, who would you pick? Who would be your starting 11?
Yeah.
And there was times we'd be like, just play Pepe.
Exactly.
It's not that we don't want to see Saka playing, but we don't want him being exhausted.
Yeah.
And by the end of the season, you could see in our last few games when we needed him, he looked fatigued.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at now. I'd make some changes. I want to see Eddie now. Save Jesus. The only thing he's going to be frustrated, he's not going to get his hat trick.
Yeah, but do you know what? You can keep him on for 10 minutes and then take him off.
Then take him off. It'd be nice to see Congo as well.
Yeah.
I think,
Nice.
Look at that pass.
Brilliant again.
Oh, wow.
Are we seeing more variety in Xhaka's game, do you think, towards the end of last season to now?
Xhaka's a weird one, you know, because he just seems like to me...
Any comments there, Turkish?
If I speak.
Okay.
I speak, I'm in trouble.
Because I quite liked
Nice, Ramsdale.
him playing slightly further up the pitch because he was less of a
He's
liability.
better there because he's less
and
of a
I
liability.
feel like we're seeing his skill set more now as a player, which I didn't see in the first 4 seasons. I just couldn't get.
That's the one. If you ask me one position we need to upgrade in the starting 11, it would be that position.
Of course. Yeah.
But when he plays in front of the defence and he loses the ball, it's
There's
literally
no
it's
one
either
there
a
to
goal
cover.
or shot on target. It's something. When he's a bit further upfield,
there's numbers to protect.
There's less of that. But then sometimes he gets in the
yeah.
box and you want someone better in the box than him, and that's the problem.
And if I'm
there,
honest with Xhaka as well, I feel like him now playing around better players is making him slightly better, if you know what I mean, because he's got more security around him now. He's got players to create. He's got players that are sitting back like Thomas Partey. He's got a bit more freedom, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. But then he's not that great.
Not a great
of a player that you want to have that freedom.
Yeah. And that's why
which is what you're saying. Yeah.
We have signed the right players, but if we can still improve on the team.
Of course.
Yeah.
And that is the position I think at most we can improve on. That's why we're talking about players like Tielemans and other players that can come in and maybe do a better job than him. Because yes, he's not hindering the team.
that now. He better not be injured.
I mean, whacked him on his shin. See, take him off now. Take him off. Take Saka and Jesus off,
because he's always the most.
This guy, you know, his player. Oh.
Everyone goes in always. He's always getting.
They're going to be frustrated 4-0 down. And
I mean, he should have been on a booking anyway after the second challenge.
That's his third challenge on Saka. His third challenge now. And the thing is now, I'm telling you, it's going to end in
I just don't want him to get. To be honest, he's a strong boy. So.
Play him through.
Yes, he was a bit too slow there.
That's why.
Yeah, no, I know that. Yeah, I just feel like we're making the best of a bad situation with him, and I feel like I need to give respect to Mikel for finally just realising, just move him out of that.
And I think Mikel likes
play him over top.
Listen, every manager likes him. He's a great guy.
He is, yeah.
No,
Off the pitch, he's a lovely guy in the changing rooms. You can see that. Everyone wanted him captain. Every manager he's played under, from Wenger to Unai, even Freddie, all of them had him captain.
Why is there no one in there? But no, we know though, that's Jesus' position. Jesus should be in the middle, that's what I'm trying to say.
But he created that. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah.
This is what I mean, and this is that's the.
That'll be the frustration.
But
that's the frustration that Jesus naturally drifts out wide.
He does, but as a team, you have to identify if he's gone, you've got
someone
to be
else needs to fill in that hole.
I think Martinelli needs to be that guy.
Yeah, exactly. Or something like that.
That's maturity in your play. But
but they'll work that out after. Don't forget, they've only played together 4 or 5 times.
Yes, isn't he? Yeah, exactly.
Lovely ball.
Oh, he tried Jackson. It's not bad though.
I think Arteta will draw that into him.
No, I think they'll identify that when they watch games back. They'll see that.
Like Arsenal trying to take him.
And that'll be something they'll work on, I'm sure.
2 players just try to put it through his legs. And then doing Jackson, that is mad. Slip.
Nice.
Come on, Partey.
Faster, play that, bro.
Oh, lovely little back heel there.
He's injured him now.
He's in, you're in, you lot are in. There's 5v3.
Ah, was that the ball you would have played?
Oh, he went back here.
Oh, come on, man. But
it's unlucky.
I allow it. 4-0 up. Let me just not see that 0-0 against Palace. Just bang that.
No, start taking
Is
these
he
players
alright
off.
there now?
Start taking these players off because these lot
He
now are
shouldn't
going
be
to
hurt
start frying him up.
Right.
He's alright.
If he's hurt from that, then
They're going to get frustrated, Sevilla, and they're going to start kicking
heel.
around.
Oh, he hit his own foot, man. That's a nice
Ah.
top.
Yeah,
all of it. Boy.
Shout out to the veteran tops, man.
Yeah, man.
that's me.
Classics.
Shout out to the classical tops.
Come on.
We like a bit of those.
Come on.
Back to Ramsdale.
I like that. What's you guys' thoughts on the whole keeper situation this season then? Do you think do you think Leno will end up leaving? Do you think Turner will get much of a chance?
Leno's leaving.
Who do you think plays?
I hope Leno doesn't leave because I think our squad's better with him.
But
okay, here's a question. Do you think Turner is good enough to be a second choice keeper?
I haven't seen enough of him.
You see me, yeah? The second choice keeper for me is a League Cup keeper.
Yeah.
Every other cup competition, it should be your first choice. Europa League, FA Cup, and Premier League, that should be Ramsdale.
Okay.
It's always been like that for me. League Cup, cool. Turner, Hine, I don't really care too much.
Yeah.
But the main three competitions, Ramsdale.
That's what I think. Because from what I've seen so far, I don't think I would play Turner in a Europa League match.
No.
But I would probably play Leno in a Europa League match.
Yeah, you
totally.
can trust
That's
Leno
what I mean.
more.
That's what I mean.
Trust
So
Leno more.
our second choice keeper's got to have a bit about him to a point where we can trust him to play.
See,
in
God
big
forbid
competitions.
now you sell Leno and Ramsdale gets injured.
Yeah.
That's not a good look
and then you
for
finish,
us to go through the season with that. Like, I know it sounds awful what I'm saying,
It's true.
but
It's true. No, it's true. It's true.
I don't think
Target.
that's thinking very
Locked.
clever.
And that's the importance of having a
Like
good
for
second choice
10
keeper.
mil, we ain't desperate for 10 mil. Like, come on, why? If you can't replace someone of the quality of Leno to have him as your backup or whoever, you need two good keepers.
Exactly. yeah.
If you
That's-
really want to challenge.
And that's what I think. Every team should have two.
Because you can't
top
just
keepers,
assume
yeah.
your goalkeeper will never be injured. Like last season, Ramsdale got injured,
And
and
Leno
at least
stepped up.
you felt comfortable knowing
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Leno coming in.
And he stepped up there when Leno came in.
Yeah, he
for
was
Ramsdale.
brilliant.
He played well.
Header for Sevilla, they're just over. 53 minutes gone.
I think 7 minutes now. If it's still as comfortable as it is, start making some changes, man. Just take off our big players. because
Make
they-
subtle changes as well. The changes you'd make if
Yep.
if you need a goal or if you're 2-0
Yeah.
down, do something.
Take off
like-
Jesus, put on Eddie. Take off
Yeah.
Saka, maybe put on.
Maybe not wholesale, just
I want to see
Pepe.
Lokonga
Put
or
Pepe
I want to see
away.
Oneni, one of the two. I want to see one midfield change.
Is there Smith Rowe still
He's not on the
He's
bench,
still
is he,
injured.
Emil? No.
still injured?
Yeah.
He's in training, so I think he's just
I'll bring on Eddie for sure,
Eddie
Sambi
has
for
to come
sure.
on.
Zambi, yeah.
not match fit yet.
Yeah.
Who else we got?
That's
about it.
Well, if you want to bring on Pablo Mari, you can save one of the
Nah,
centre backs.
nah,
you might
nah,
not
nah,
want it. I don't know if he has him in
I
his
feel
plans.
like our centre backs need their
I'm good, man.
games to like just
Wait, is Holden?
be
I believe
fully
it's Holden on
comfortable
the
in
bench.
that setup.
Holden might be on. I don't know if he's on the bench.
Holden
He
must be on the bench. Yeah,
I did see him on the bench. Is he in the name
We've got a lot
squad?
of defenders, fam.
we've got loads of players.
Defenders.
Bro, trust me.
We've got more defenders than attackers.
What's the name?
Yeah, Holden's on there. Bellerin, Mari, Cedric,
Far.
El Neni, Maitland-Niles, Lokonga, Marquinhos.
Oh, right.
I
yeah,
I wouldn't
yeah.
mind
Like to see
seeing
him.
Marquinhos
Yeah.
on.
Marquinhos,
Bring him on for
yeah.
He
Saka.
looked good the
Yeah.
other night.
Even Cedric, let's protect Ben White a little because he's
Yeah.
our right back at the moment. So
Yeah.
with Tomiyasu out, it's important.
Then Nelson and then Nketiah. So yeah,
I'd even probably bring on Pablo Mari on as
Acuna
well.
is his
that's what I'm
name.
saying.
Maybe
If he's,
take off
if,
Gabby.
if he's head of Holden, I'd bring on Pablo Mari. If he's depends who he puts first, him or Holden. One of them should come on. And the goalkeepers obviously Turner and Runnison both on the bench.
Matt says get Tomiyasu and Vieira on the pitch. They're not on the bench, my
They're
guy.
not there.
Still.
They're
Do you
not
think-
ready yet.
Do you think it's telling that Arteta would rather play Ben White at right back than play Cedric?
Don't do this to me because I like Cedric. Cedric's had a good pre-season.
Telling, innit?
No, do you know what? I don't
saying that we don't rate
think
you.
I don't think read that much into it. I just think he's making him familiar with that
header.
position because there'll be games like
Wow.
if you're not going to pick the same predictable team, if you're going to look at your opposition, there's going to be games where he's going to switch the formation and they can all go free at the back and push up or
Push up, yeah.
push into mid. You know, like he can play about. He needs to just try them all
Yeah.
and get them familiar with playing.
Yeah, I think you better.
Don't you think, Cecil, or not?
Yeah, I like. Listen, I like Cedric, but like Ben White he's still a first team player. And there's no right for him to be dropped. He can play that right back position. And if I'm honest, I actually think Arteta's also, which I saw it in Nuremberg. The back three, we're not going to see it, but if he is to go to back three, it's going to be Ben White, Saliba, and Gabriel, and that's
what I feel
they'll
he's
slot
doing.
straight into that.
Yeah,
If
because
if needed.
during the game he might not pick it as a formation, but if you watch them,
They can-
they go into that five sort of
Exactly.
shielding the midfield, like they'll go
Exactly.
five across the midfield,
100%.
and it's just the way they interact
Yeah.
within the game.
Yeah, pick it up.
So that's why.
And he's more natural to play that position.
Yeah, you wouldn't put Cedric in a back
No,
three. Like,
no.
it would-
Yeah,
it'd be-
yeah,
that's
of
a
course.
weak.
So it's
they're
more about
targeting.
formation rather than personnel, and it's who
Personnel,
can
yeah.
play that
That's why.
style
That's why I
better.
think he's prioritising it,
Yeah,
which is
I think
it's
that.
good
Which
for
is
him.
fine because at the end of the day, adaptation is good and having diversity in your defenders
I
is
just think
important.
they
But-
understand the way he sets up his team throughout 90 minutes.
Yeah. Zinchenko's been really solid at left back today, you know.
He has.
He has. He
Because
hasn't
I
gone- he
can
hasn't
see
gone forward as much.
Zinchenko tucking in as well.
Going forward, he's been superb.
Because he cuts in, don't he, quite a bit if you watch him. He don't, you know, like how Tierney hangs to
Yeah,
the
yeah,
line. Zinchenko cuts in more when he plays. You know, like
Yeah,
comes
he
in
drops into
slightly.
the 8, yeah.
But that's why you're seeing much of the 3. That's why Ben White's there, because Zinchenko goes up. So
Yeah,
it leaves
yeah.
Ben
But I
White,
think that's
Silva,
how he
and
wants
Gabriel.
them to play,
Yeah.
because we've always done that, even with Tierney.
True, very true.
Take your time.
Okay.
Composed, boy.
That's where
They're on us, though.
Ben White
They're on
right
us a
back
bit,
causes
yeah.
problems.
That was a little bit easy there.
Yeah, they're on us. I can't lie. Time.
That's it.
Oh, man. Listen.
You
What?
have to do that. He would have lost the ball then. That was smart. His thumb's still hurting from Chelsea. Boy.
Frying him up, man. These tackles.
Yeah, it's getting a bit feisty.
These
coming
tackles
up to
scare
the
me.
hour
They
mark.
actually scare me, man. Because one tackle goes in, that's it. You've lost Martinelli for 4 weeks.
Stuck
What?
to his boot, boy.
Foul just outside our box, so free kick Arsenal. Souls, Helen, did you guys catch the Edu quotes and interview earlier this week? No?
I think I saw something about it. But
Tell me, what was it? Which one? Maybe?
Well, to be honest, there was a lot to it. I spoke to Chris Hudson the other day on Supporters Club, and he said, what did he say? This is his 57th season supporting Arsenal Football Club, and he said he's never heard someone from the club speak so openly
It was a
and,
good interview.
in his opinion, honestly about the situation and the future.
Did he say? Chris say that? Yeah.
Chris said that. So I
Yeah,
said,
any telling quotes or anything like that?
Oh, there was some good.
I think I've seen clips of it, but I don't think I've seen the whole lot. Because didn't he say?
There's been clips going around.
I think I've seen a few of the clips. I haven't seen the full interview.
Yeah, well, he talks about, listen, Arsenal should be challenging. It's not just about finishing top 4, it's about challenging. On one hand, people are saying, you know, that's the right thing to say and that's the right thing to get fans motivated. On the other hand, in my opinion, saying challenging is the bare minimum means top 4 is a given. It should be easy. It should be top 4, like, you know, at the bare minimum.
Which then
see, for me, challenging means challenging for the title.
Yeah, that's what he meant. That's what he
top
meant.
4.
That's what he meant.
That's what he said.
Yeah, but that's what I want. The ambition of the mindset to be.
But the thing is, which then begs the question to me: if he's saying that, then what is his expectations for Arteta this season? Then? Is he saying that we should get top 4 easily?
100%.
And we should be going for the league, or?
I think challenging means challenging.
Bun
for
him
the
again,
title.
because you've killed him all game, Saka. Bun him. Unlucky.
And unless there's a point in it between like 6 clubs, then.
Clubs,
Which that is never the case, really, is it?
Listen, look, I'll be honest. Based on last season's performances, we should be getting top 4. Because, listen, we were a point off, right? We've strengthened in the right areas. So now the natural progression from that is to get top 4 now.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Or Edu's long-term plans, obviously challenging for the title and stuff, that is something that Arsenal should be doing anyway. We're that big of a club, we're that size of a club. But do I think we are at a stage where we can challenge for a league? No.
No, we're not.
And I think we're a few years behind that as well.
Yeah.
So that's why I think those Edu quotes have to be a bit more taken with a pinch of salt, because you can't look at that and go, oh, right, so because Edu said it, now we're going to challenge. No, he wants to get to that stage. We all want to get to that stage, but it's a process that's going to take time, because we have to look at who are the teams that are currently challenging for the title and where are we in comparison to them.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be the ones that were challenging last year, weren't it?
The way I see it is this season, Champions League, next season, close the gap, maybe cut it to 10 points between us and first.
Yeah. And
a lot more goals.
Yeah.
And a lot less losses.
Goals conceded. And
everything
so on.
has to improve.
That's what I take from it, because this coming season is Edu's 4th year in his role.
Did he indicate whether there's more
season?
signings?
He
says
was
the
asked. He
window's
said
not
we're still
closed.
active.
Yeah, exactly.
Good,
It's not closed.
It's not closed.
See, because he could. You got to remember. So we as fans can read it, like just take it for what it is. But also, he's talking, knowing exactly a lot of things we don't know.
Oh, 100%.
So they could be identifying potentially 4 other players that they are close to bringing in, or given different movements. Some of it could come off, some of it won't.
It'll be interesting.
It will be interesting.
Oh, good turn by Odegaard. Brilliant turn.
Or signing. Our signings, I want 2, but I expect us to get 1 before the window closes.
Because if they can get rid of like another 4, like say a few of the players that we sort of mentioned earlier, there's no reason why they won't bring in another 3 players.
Yeah, I think Tavares is
I think
on
it
loan
all
now.
depends on who they can get out.
Oh yeah, Tavares has been agreed. Yeah.
Yeah,
Tavares
that's
been
happening. Yeah.
Oh, Tavares has been agreed.
Yeah.
I think if we can try and offload maybe Bellerin.
Mari.
Yeah, maybe Mari on loan somewhere.
Okonkwo's gone as well. I don't think he's gone on loan
Who,
somewhere.
Lokonga?
Okonkwo, the goalkeeper. The
Henry.
second, 3rd choice, yeah.
I think, listen, get a midfielder in. I'm happy. Get a midfielder in.
That should be that's priority for me
That's
next.
priority.
And then,
That's gone a bit quiet though, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has gone
it
quiet.
has. It really has.
I'm not
Which
liking
is
the fact
which is
that
scaring
it's
me
so
because
quiet.
that could mean that there's been a conversation that's been had with Xhaka and he might be thinking, okay, you know what, actually we can rely on that.
I don't think whether Xhaka's here or
Every
not
season it seems like our manager has a
should
conversation
hinder
with
whether
Xhaka
someone else
and
comes
it,
in.
and it works out.
It works out. It's
When are they going to come
Xhaka's
to
got his
conversation?
He's got
Beautiful,
some
beautiful.
Oh,
Lovely.
play him.
Oh, nice.
Get in the box.
ball.
Get in the box. First time. Oh, no.
Bend
His
it,
touch
cut in
was
your
a
left,
little
bend,
bit-
bang. Oh,
Took too long.
Santi Quaz on Twitch with a comment says, "I'd start taking out the first team players. Taking out the first team players out now progressively. We don't play on a Friday night again this year to open the season. This is a very confusing comment. Just don't want to sneak in another injury this week. That's all.
He
I think
means
he's
protect
saying.
the players.
Yeah.
Just start bringing the players off,
which I agree with, to be
Yeah.
fair.
Six-
Who would
62
you
minutes in.
protect first?
Jesus.
Jesus and
And
Saka.
Saka.
Those are our
Yeah.
main goal scorers.
I'd say Ben White too, because
Yeah,
of
'cause
the
we're vulnerable
position
in
and
that
the needs.
position, yeah.
Probably Zinchenko.
Maybe
Listen,
Ramsdale as well.
might as well take up everyone actually.
Just take the whole team off.
It's 4-0. I wouldn't even be against that.
Take
bro.
everyone off, leave
yes,
Xhaka on. I
come
think that's it.
What is it, 5 subs really?
No, I think it's as many sides.
He's alright
It's
in there.
pre-season. I know it's a cup game, but
To take everyone off, man.
yeah, start changing up. Like
Just play with 7 players.
you got to think about the intensity of that
We
Palace
don't
side.
need to. We've got a whole
Like,
bench of players that could
that
come on
front
and play.
three. Start saving some of the defenders.
Yeah, bring on Marquinhos as well, man. Let's see what.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Do you know what? He
Marquinhos
looked
man's cool.
good against
Chelsea
Chelsea.
did. He did. He had Alonso on toast at
I mean,
one
he
point.
didn't play like that long, but he was balling.
I wonder if he's going to be a main feature because he's only 19. I know 19 is standard
Do you know
nowadays for
what?
somebody,
Yeah,
but it's not. There's 19-year-olds in the academy that didn't see the light of day last season. So it'd be interesting to see if he
Yeah.
really
I have an interesting take, right? And obviously, I don't know what you guys think about this. And obviously, look, the only reason why I think this is because I still believe deep down, if I'm honest, right? Deep down, if I'm honest, I still believe we don't have enough.
Our squad isn't.
No,
that good.
enough going forward in terms of goal scoring ability. Because I feel like Jesus is our main goal scorer.
Who's injured? Sorry. Please tell me it's not an Arsenal player. Don't be an Arsenal.
No, we're good.
Like Jesus is our main goal
That's so
scorer.
bad of me, but yeah.
But he also drifts a lot out wide. And I feel like there's still times, even in this game, that I've seen where we're getting the ball in the box, but there's no one there to
That's
finish
where
the
the other
passes off.
profile striker would have.
Yeah.
sat
Yeah,
as
That's
well.
what I mean, yeah. I just don't feel like we have enough going forward at the
Because
moment.
Eddie tends to do that as well
Yeah.
under Arteta, drift to the left. So
I feel like it could be the way Arteta tells them to play.
100%. 100%. Ashley here saying, hi, I'm a Crew fan. What do you think of the keeper? Is he a beast? Well, in terms of his physical stature, he is quite tall, he's a presence, he's big. In terms of playing, I haven't seen him much. I saw him pre-season last year.
Season, yeah.
Obviously, he made a mistake in that game, but overall, you can't be judged on that one moment. He
They
is
have
young.
good hopes for him. They rate him at Arsenal.
Yeah.
They do rate him.
So, to be honest, Ashley, I'm going to be asking you at the end of this season what you think of him, so you can let us know, because we want to know for the future. Touch of Awesome says, our first team is effing amazing. I don't care if
Yeah.
it's friendlies. I'm feeling 3rd place in the league this season. Say no more, my guy.
Hopefully, man, hopefully.
Yeah, but it's whether that first 11 will stay fit.
I ain't
Like,
gonna say
that-
third
that
place in the
11.
league, but I hear you say a touch of awesome. I
Yeah,
think
no, I'm not saying 3rd, but
Yeah.
I'm saying top 4 is a minimum for us.
it's just sustaining it for a season, which is always a struggle for Arsenal. It really is. We always normally tail off towards
It's
the
a
back,
long
back end.
season,
That's
though,
what I'm saying,
Cecil.
we're
You
gonna
can't just have
always,
11
yeah.
players.
Yeah.
You're not going to win a title with 11 players. You need a good squad.
And this-
Look at Man City. They've proved that year in,
Yeah.
year out.
Exactly, and if we need to strengthen in January, I mean, regardless, I even
We
think
will
now
have
we
to.
have to
No,
really
we
learn
will.
from what we did last
Yeah.
season and
And
strengthen.
this is what I
in
mean.
January.
We're going to have patches where we're going to play well. I know it's going to happen. We're going to go on small little runs.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's when those games come where you have 2 games in a short space of time, don't go dropping 6 points against them, because then you're now back into chasing.
And it's also, you need to have those players on the bench that when you're having that blip in a game,
can
you've
put
got
them
someone to bring on that's going to change the game. And we don't have that from our bench, unfortunately.
Yeah,
we
well-
do not have that. Who have we got?
No, I mean,
We ain't,
we
have we?
hope that Vieira is going to be one of those, and Emma
Yeah.
Smith-Rowe does
Yeah.
the same
No,
as last
listen.
year.
Smith-Rowe,
but,
Pepe.
yeah. At the moment, with Vieira and Emma Smith-Rowe out, we don't have
We
that.
haven't got that. Like
So
now,
I guess
apart from
is
Eddie,
the
who's going to come on?
Marquinhos, hopefully, but
Yeah.
it's all
I
fingers
found
crossed.
it interesting when I was at the game against Chelsea. I was watching the game with a lot of Brazilian football people,
Yeah.
and obviously they were all supporting Arsenal, which was lovely because most of the rest of Chelsea were around
Yeah,
me,
there's quite a lot of
which was
fun.
cool. But I was like, you know, like, because obviously they were like, Gabby, like they only knew of, like, they didn't realise we had so many Brazilians in the team, which I found interesting. So I was telling them about Marquinhos, and I was like, you know, what's he like? They'd never heard of him. They actually didn't know who he was. And I was like, literally, I was like, we signed him from Sao Paulo, and they didn't know. So I'm quite interested to see if by hopefully the end of this season they all know who he is.
Yeah,
like if he'll feature and, you know, like.
Well, it was kind of the same with
Martinelli.
Martinelli.
Like
Martinelli wasn't massively known.
No, they knew Martinelli.
Oh, what a ball!
Yeah, they all knew about Martinelli.
Oh, the Brazilians did, yeah, but I didn't. I'm gonna be
well, because they only watch Brazilian football. They're not English fans. They live in Florida.
Man like Xhaka, you know.
Xhaka tried that little dink.
He tried it. Good on him, man.
A left foot volley, you know.
Oh, it's close, man.
The technique was a bit unlucky.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Merlin here says, if you could steal one left central midfielder from any club, who are you stealing?
Left central midfielder.
You know what it is? Because we've been linked to two. Well, yeah, listen, Gundogan's got experience and whatnot, but I'm happy with the ones we've been linked with. People know Savic is the one I'd like, but Paqueta and Tielemans, I'd be happy with those as well. Any one of those three, Savic for me would be ideal. 6'1". We need a bit of height and presence, not only in midfield but in the box for corners and both offensively and defensively. So, but Paqueta, yes. Tielemans, yes.
Quite tall as well.
I still want Kante, but it's not gonna happen. But
nah, that ain't gonna happen.
I feel like, that will never happen.
And Diallo saying, not gonna lie, it's looking bleak for Tierney. I think we shouldn't forget Tierney's quality. Obviously, it's frustrating that his injuries have cost us in the last couple of years, and I'll be the first one to say it has cost us. But I think he is quality. With Zinchenko coming in, obviously that position, you know, is more assured. But let's not forget Tierney is a top player on his day.
But that's the one thing about Tierney, and that's why when we were talking last season about captaincy, I remember saying here that one thing I had reservations about Tierney is that can he stay fit enough to be a captain for Arsenal? Because he plays for a bit and then he's out for a month and then we didn't know where he is. So I'll be honest, since he's joined Arsenal, we've had injury problems. He came in injured. And I don't think he's ever recovered from that. Last season, he was a bit more available.
He had a good run, yeah.
A bit of a good run. But in my opinion, if Tierney's fit, he's our starting left back. But if he can stay fit for the whole season, which he's proved that he can't do.
That's the problem.
Yeah, the best ability.
That's what brings him down in terms. But let's not forget, he is a quality player. Let's just, let's see
how this... left back, man.
Let's see how he works it this season with Zinchenko there. You know, we can protect him a bit more. He needs to understand this, and maybe his body is not up for a 38 league game season. Maybe he needs to be 20, 25 games and protected.
Which is mad for his age, but
and
I hear that.
It's something that Arsenal, between the medical staff and the coaching staff, will hopefully be understanding.
Yeah.
And they'll tweak that situation.
Yeah, the best ability is availability.
Because when we haven't got cover, we've probably played him in games where we shouldn't have.
Oh,
yeah, that's true.
Because you're rushing players back
well,
when you haven't got the squad.
As well,
and Partey as well.
And Partey. So when you haven't got that luxury squad,
sometimes you have to force it.
Yeah.
I've always said it, availability is a stat for me, man.
It's
got to be available, man. That's why players like Salah and all these players, that's why they're so good, because they're always available, always able to play games, man.
Exactly that. Just some of the Twitch comments here, some good ones. Dagar says, switched over from YouTube to support the Twitch channel. No, we're streaming on both. Yeah, we're doing both multi-streams. Big up the production for being able to sort that. It's quality stuff. Fat Sam says, Xhaka thought he was RVP with that volley. Boy, backing them over the shoulder volleys.
Alex Song over the top.
Boy. And Doug Nort again says, is Xhaka getting more chances this pre-season, or is it just me? Is it due to Zinchenko pushing him up higher? I mean, Xhaka's always been one that Arteta has liked. If he's available, he's going to play.
Oh, he always plays.
He was getting in the box at the end of last season.
Yeah,
as well,
it's because Arteta changed where he was playing him.
Yeah. AFC 6 says that, I think he's being pushed higher, but that was happening towards the end of last season.
Yeah, that was from last season.
Remember, people, Twitch, make sure you guys are subscribed and following our Twitch channel, because there's a lot of good stuff coming in the next few weeks, months, and the next year ahead.
Yeah, facts.
Especially regarding FIFA, tournament starting up real soon, including some of the AFTV members. So make sure you guys are subscribed, you're following us on Twitch. Every Wednesday we currently go live, me, Cecil, and a couple other Shords and a few more. But there's a tournament coming up. And there's places up for grabs as well. So make sure you guys keep your eyes peeled for the news and whatnot around our Twitch.
And we play against you guys as well. People that have FIFA as well, you can add us and play against us. Make sure you get involved. FIFA 23 is also soon to be released towards the end of the year, which we'll be covering heavily on Twitch. So make sure you guys are there.
Look how high Xhaka is.
Yeah, but it's good.
Where's Zinni? Oh, he's there.
Look, so look, who's on the floor now? Oh my God. Take him off, please,
And if it's that same player, no, it's not. He's lucky.
Why is he still on though? Like, come on.
Yeah, he
now.
needs to come.
He
He's
looks
hurt himself, and we said this. He needed to come off. But again, it's the referee.
Now he gives him a card. Now.
Yeah, but it's not even that. If he'd put the other player from how many other tackles before?
That's a good question. It's got to be a penalty. Yeah, it's got to be a penalty then.
I think it was just us.
I don't know if he gave him a yellow for this though. No, that's not even a foul.
The foul.
Did he roll his ankle or something? I kicked all that.
It's
not a yellow though. So where's the yellow?
He did book him. I don't know what he
Hey,
booked him.
Mikel, get the substitutions ready, my guy. Otherwise, it's peak for you Friday.
You got to talk to him like this. Hi, Mikel.
Yeah, I've heard how you talked to him.
That's how he answers.
That's why I wasn't letting the press conference.
That's how he answers the questions.
Hey, Mikel, what's going on against Palace? Are we ready or not?
Obviously,
That's how what you're asking next time.
Obviously,
Hey, Mikel.
See this process you've been banging on about, my guy.
It looks like more of a contact than a muscle, which is good.
Yeah, he kicked into his leg.
Howie Fizz says Twitch gang. Big up Howie Fizz.
Big up Fizz, man.
And then Santi Quaz says Turkish. How bad are you beating Cecil this time around, lol? Don't give him that.
It's been a little while since I played though. These man practice
Listen,
and
I'm
that.
a
Do you
baller
get
at
me?
FIFA, you know.
Come,
I'm
come,
good at FIFA,
come.
man.
Listen, if you're available Wednesday,
Yeah,
come and play.
I used to be close to pro when I was younger, man. Like
Yeah.
Division 1, everything.
Yeah,
when I was
yeah.
young, when I was like 16, 17. I ain't played, but you never lose that, to be fair.
Yeah, come and get involved, man.
A few stats on Gabriel Jesus so far, 73 minutes in, 2 goals, 3 shots. Obviously, 2 of those on target. He got 2 goals, pass accuracy 88%, and dribbles attempted 4. Good day out for Jesus yet again.
Take Saka off. Just take him off now, please. Please take him off.
Nizabizu says, AFTV Media, Cecil, you'll big up the production, but they are doing nothing. He says, your stream is on a restream, not live.
What?
I mean, I feel like we're live. Production, I think he's got a gunshot there, but I don't know if
Restream? What the hell is a restream?
I don't know.
It's like when a stream's already been recorded.
It's just like when you
Nah,
share
this is
on all
live,
your
my guy.
socials, I'm guessing. I don't know.
This is live, but I think
Don't
they
know
think
what
it's
they
an old stream, but we're watching a game that's on right now. What is going on?
Yeah, unless we can like magically predict goals. You know what I mean? Look, Saka's still staying on. Oh, God. Let's just hope, man. Get this game over and done with now, man.
Oh well, our score predictions
need to keep
have
our
gone
star
a bit
boy fit,
dry
man.
now, innit, for the second half.
5-1.
Oh, yeah.
I said
You know, I wish
5-1.
I stayed
I
this 4-0.
said we should have.
I
You
said
said
stick on
stick.
twist. You should have. I said you should have stuck. Yeah.
Listen, who knows, man? 2
Listen,
goals
Mikel,
can
come
quick.
on, make some changes. We need some goals.
I think Eddie comes on. I think
Eddie will get a goal.
another one, yeah.
It says rerun in the corner.
Coming up to the 75th minute mark, Dave Jordan says players need a full 90 before playing Palace, but we need a full 11 at Palace, my guy. So it's a balance. It's a balance. You've always got something to say as well.
To be fair though, they've played 75 minutes.
Well done. Party Deb was brilliant there in that recovery, man.
Yeah, Party's been good today.
Top CDM. Again, Party's another one. Stay fit. We've got a brilliant CDM on our hands.
Yeah.
But again, injury problems with him a lot. Very similar to
Switch
Tierney.
out wide. Is getting too. Oh.
Saliba.
I love Saliba.
Ball playing centre backs.
Oh,
That's what we
he's
need.
mad.
That's where he's different to Ben
So
White.
good.
Ben White put the
Shoulder.
balls over the top, but
Yeah.
Saliba in terms of just
Yeah,
getting
yeah,
out
Saliba's
of
a ball
sticky
playing centre back.
situation.
Brilliant. Look at
Was
that.
that Partey?
Yep. I think that was Partey.
That was Partey. And if he's onside, that's
That's brilliant.
Martinelli
Unlucky.
does that, you know. He leaves it there, then he pushes. He's
Yeah, yeah.
quick. With
Listen,
that.
that
He's good
outside.
at that,
listen,
isn't
Yeah,
he?
he's quick like
Nah,
that.
you lot are missing that outside of
Look
big
at that
pass.
ball.
I didn't miss that, bro. That was
We
unbelievable.
saw that. We never missed that.
Yeah, more of that.
This field, he loves to just run it.
He kind of slowed it down a little bit though, too
Yeah.
much. You know, like if he'd have just attacked it quicker,
Is he coming off? No.
Just cut in as well and take a shot. Like,
because he could have got the shot
Who's
on.
that? Who's that holding his knees? Someone.
what, on the edge of the box there?
Yeah, I think it's Odegaard.
And now he's pulling his socks up.
Oh.
Yeah. Corner coming in.
Oh,
Go.
yes! Did
Seen
that
it?
not go in? I
Looked
swear
like
that
a
was
goal.
goal.
Go.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's it. Type the number.
Hey.
Call me now. My phone's here. Call me.
Yeah.
Here, my phone's here.
Hey, I saw
Here you
Tutu
go.
at it.
Call me, man. Yo,
Two phones.
he's in.
Go ahead, yeah, one.
He's in.
I'm good still.
That's it.
Do the dance.
We
man.
love that. We love that. What a ball.
Very good ball in.
Oof, Gabriel was unlucky there.
Ah.
He took it well as well, man.
So clinical, man.
I told you, all our Gabby's gone good.
5-0 now.
Yeah, just
Hat trick for Gabriel
top
Jesus.
box,
Yeah.
finished
For Gabriel
it.
Jesus.
Gabriel Jesus. Take him off now, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he's done that,
should
he's done his thing.
definitely
Bring on Eddie
come
now.
off now.
So-
Straight
you know what it
socks
is?
Eddie.
You know it's very hard to do. It's very clinical that is from Jesus. Very well taken because
He's
got that
composed.
ball on the
He's
volley, on the
composed in
hard
those
volley.
situations, yeah.
And
He's
just
just
lifted
always
it
in. I know you keep saying he drags out wide, but for me, I find he's in the right places,
In the box
always
as
in the
well,
box.
yeah, yeah.
And that's something we didn't have last season.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, like how many times we're watching games and like, there's no one there. And he
That's true,
seems
yeah.
to be
That's
there
true.
for me, and that's probably the best part.
Exactly, yeah. And again, if Arteta can adapt him to stay more central,
There we go,
And-
some subs.
stay more central, he'll
Pepe
get so
as
much
well.
more.
We've
That's
got
good.
Pepe, Eddie
That means Saka
Nketiah,
should be coming
Cedric,
off.
and now
Yeah,
Nene.
Nene. There we
Good.
go. It looks. I bet.
Oh,
I
they
bet-
like these lot here.
I bet Emirates is just vibes in.
I find it confusing how like Nketiah and Jesus got very similar.
They're the same. They're the same celebration. Yeah. it's
Did
mad.
you lot hear about Albert hurt himself?
Yeah, he's on crutches.
Yeah.
I saw.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
saw.
yeah.
I
I
don't know
didn't
what
know
happened
if
there.
it
I said
was
loads to
public
him.
or
on
not.
Facebook.
Zinchenko coming
Albert
off.
Airport.
AirPods.
Yeah, Albert Airport.
Very
No, I
good,
don't know.
very
Yeah, I
good
don't know
performance
Yeah.
from Zinchenko.
Just quickly, some Twitch comments here. Howie Fist says Saliba's got the potential to be the best centre back in the world.
Okay,
Dargnaught says Captain Odegaard taking us places, leading from.
Do you know what
back
we
to
forget
front.
about
Calm down.
Onene as well sometimes?
I think he's doing what he's good.
Like
man.
in midfield, like he can.
Listen,
come
do you know
on and
Onene? I
do
always
it.
say about him. Same thing I always say about him. He does his job, man.
He does, yeah.
He is on a tin. He's
He's
not
the
going to
perfect
be.
student in class, isn't
Exactly. Like, he's not amazing, and he's not going to pull off a mistake. He keeps the ball, releases it when he needs to, does his job that Arteta gives him. He's not good enough to be a star, but I will definitely keep him as a sort of a back
Oh, look,
midfielder.
that's
Matt Turner.
Santi Quest says, hey, there you go, they fixed it low. I'm assuming that's the Twitch thing with the rerun. Howie Fez says, I love Jesus, and many of
That's
us
his
I'm
first
sure
game
do.
at the Emirates as well,
yeah,
isn't it?
and
Yeah.
a hat trick
And a
on his
hat-trick.
debut at
Mad.
the Emirates. Brilliant.
You know why Jesus really likes him? Because
Phenomenal.
he's the main player now. You understand? At
Yeah,
City,
yeah.
he was a bit more of a
He's
shadow
thriving
player.
under that respect. Sometimes, you know,
Yeah, you always
when
go on about that.
you give someone the limelight, either they're gonna choke
Showman.
or they're gonna
I
show
bet
up.
He's a
Guardiola
showman.
sitting. I bet Guardiola sitting there thinking, flipping out. You did the right thing selling him.
Sanchez, when we took him from Barca,
Yeah.
at
He
Barca he was
loved
one of
it,
many
yeah.
stars. When he
Yeah.
came here,
he was the star.
He was the main
he,
man.
he showed up. Ozil, when we sold Sanchez, choked.
Yeah, I
yeah.
agree.
That's the difference between when you give someone that responsibility, what are you gonna do with it?
What are you going to do with it, yeah?
And don't get me wrong, Jesus, the season is where it starts. Yeah, that's when we're gonna know. But this is the perfect way to
Perfect
start
start.
his
Yeah.
Arsenal career.
He's got 7 goals now in
Yeah.
pre-season. You couldn't ask for anything more from a player. That
Give me
that
7
you
and
signed.
6 in the first 6 league games, and
You're losing your
He'll be up there for the golden
I'll be
boot.
losing my mind, to be
But I'll be
fair.
honest, from what we've seen so far, if we continue playing how we're playing, he will get goals. Because as
Yeah.
Helen said, he gets in those positions. So
Yeah.
the chance we do create, he's our main goal scorer this season, him and Saka. And as long as he doesn't drift out wide too much and he stays in his position as that poacher in that central box, he can get a lot of goals.
We have to be
for us.
careful. Because he hasn't hit 15 goals in the Premier League season. I know I'm being
But
pessimistic.
he's
now.
never
has
been
he played
a
the full season?
starter.
Yeah. Has he
He was
played the
never
full
a
season?
That's a good point.
starter.
Has he played the full? Like I played the full season.
That's a good point. Let's just hope. I hope he does.
Good cross now from
Because
Cedric.
before he signed him, I was like, oh, you're getting Man City's B
Reed,
team, and
yeah.
they
Yeah,
don't
I
score,
can
and
say
he doesn't
that.
even score. He's not a main striker.
Yeah.
But
Couldn't even start striking.
But they
for a
were
team
kind of
with no
sad he was
striker.
All of
leaving,
that.
weren't they?
Huh?
They were very sad he was leaving.
Yeah.
So that says a lot.
At least he's got quality in there.
10 minutes to go, people. Cedric's got a free kick just outside the box. He's gonna swing it in. Looks like a back post. No, he went for the near post.
Oh, you could have let that one run, you know.
And do you know one thing about
That was
Jesus?
on target.
And
Yeah.
Do you know one thing about Jesus? Where City are going to miss him now is that he was their main runner, him and Sterling, and
Yeah.
they've lost two
And
of
they've
their
lost
main,
both, yeah.
two of their main runners now. And I feel like their team out wide now is a bit slow.
No, they're
haven't got-
going to gear towards Haaland. They're gonna have to.
Balls into the box.
Gonna have to
Listen,
yeah.
they're
gonna
not
change.
hard. It's not. They're not being hard done by. Come on,
yeah.
Pep
let's
finessed the
remember
league.
who they've got.
Pep finessed the league. He said, we don't need a striker, and then brought the best striker in the world. He finessed everyone.
Yeah,
I love
but
it.
he did that because he ain't letting no one else have him. Competition.
It's interesting. James just told me as well. He just said that Pepe's playing on the left, Martinelli on the right, which is something we haven't really. I haven't seen Martinelli on the right in a long time. And Pepe also played on the left against Chelsea.
Left, he had that last season where he played those 2 games from the left and he scored, I think, 2 goals.
I think he's better on the left.
Do you? But he's so known for that cut in and.
We don't need him to cut in. We've got enough players across in that area.
True. Yeah, and you know, from that, I feel like I agree with Helen where he should have played more on the left.
Because he'll pull out defenders out, and then it creates more space across the middle for Odegaard and whoever's going to be in and around that area.
And look, could that be a new position for him this season?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out in my head. But that means it leaves just Saka really covering that right side. So that means we're definitely going to need a new signing to be the backup right winger, really.
But that's why we have tried to get sort of Rafinha.
Yeah,
we have tried to sign some right players. I think.
What's Sane, left or right? Where does Sane play?
Both.
Both.
Yeah,
so I think that could be why we were looking at Sane.
Yeah. Sane's next level though, man.
And I think he'd be a great signing if we were.
No way.
Oh my days, Ben White.
That was Ben. Ben.
I thought I was going to lob into top.
That was a good effort.
Bro,
That
was going in top left.
But let's see it from this view because some angles are mad. But it looks mad close.
That looked good.
Oh,
that's quite wide though.
That was unlucky.
That was an interesting shot. It went up. He did.
Yeah, was close, man.
Dip it in.
Just quickly, some more. There's a lot of Twitch comments flying in now. Fat Sound says hat-trick acquired, which is talking about Gabriel Jesus. Santi Quaz says, hey Cecil, when are we going to get your samba dance as an emote? I don't know what that is. Can't wait, lol. Dagnort says...
Don't give him any ideas.
Dagnort says, Jesus first hat-trick for Arsenal, many more to come. Let's hope so. Clark B1 says, hello. Who has been the standout player, everyone?
Jesus, in my opinion. Jesus and Saka.
Odegaard was good.
Yeah.
I mean, guys got a hat-trick, innit?
I think Partey's had a very good second half. I feel like he was a bit poor in the first half.
No, Partey, he's had a good game.
Good game overall, yeah.
That pass.
Even Gabriel's been quite a lot more solid in the second half.
Saliba, solid.
Saliba's solid. Our best defender, I think,
by
today,
far the best out of the defence today for me.
Yeah.
Fat Sam says, all we need is Tielemans for is to teach El Neni and Partey how to shoot from outside the box. Well, that's a bit harsh, but I hear that. Howie Fizz says, I can't believe people on AFTV wanted Richarlison over Jesus.
No.
It'd be nice for Eddie to get a
my
goal
bad.
as well.
My bad.
I rate that. I rate these.
No, you know what? This was earlier on, yeah. I was asked about the two, and I said, listen, Richarlison's a bit of a... I need to find a better word, because if I can't really be saying this word online, but he's a bit of a...
I know what you're trying to describe.
You know the dark arts?
Yeah.
And we don't really have many players that in those situations...
That can win fouls. And
but Jesus has obviously got a lot more quality.
Yeah.
I still think we miss players that, know about the dark arts and can win a free kick or can get under the skin of the opposition. But listen, Jesus, quality-wise, is different level.
But listen,
I'll do that in a cleaner way.
Yeah.
You with me?
But sometimes you want a guy to do it in a dirty way as well.
Yeah, but you've got Xhaka for that. He just needs to perfect not getting sent off.
No, but I'll be honest, I like Richarlison. I think I agree with Turkish.
Because Richarlison's got that little switch where he'll be getting sent off. He's that...
Yeah.
Don't you think? Like...
Yeah, there's a risk of that as well.
I think that kind of play is a bit of a risk.
Oh, penalty!
That's a pen. That's actually a penalty.
He's not giving it because we're 5-0 up.
How is that not a penalty? I'm confused. He literally tripped him up.
Ben White's up for his legs.
Ben White's
He's moving.
That's it.
He's actually moving.
The guy gave a little drop of the shoulder and cutting on his left.
Bro, and he took that shot earlier.
I thought it was Martinelli.
You know, it's one of them games where everyone scores that, but I want to get on the score. That is literally one of those games.
But yeah, I think Jesus has more technical ability.
Yeah.
Oh, easy. Yeah, easy. 100%. It was only that little reason. That was it. I know quality-wise.
No, but I hear what you're saying completely.
Yeah, because...
But out of the two, I'm so much more
at the way
happy we've got him because he suits the way we play football.
Look at that ball from Ramsdale.
Brilliant ball.
He's
Nice.
going to try and burn him
for his legs.
He's going to try and burn him. Martinelli's so funny, He loves to try and burn players.
He's quality.
He'll track it all the way back and make him chase him.
Yeah. But listen, I think Richarlison's not a bad player. I like Richarlison. And if we would have signed him, I would have been happy with that because
I would have loved both Brazilians. I
think he's a top player. And also I agree with Turkish. We need that player that has got a bit of about him. Do you know what I mean? That's going to go out there and try and rough teams.
That's why Conte signed him.
Yeah, for sure.
Conte likes that sort of a player.
Yeah, he does.
Of course he does. And if you look at Song, Harry Kane and Richarlison.
They're all like that.
They're all going to... bro, do you know how annoying it's going to be to... Oh! Who was that? Who was that?
Eddie.
Come on, 6! That's it! Oh, prediction!
Oh,
my prediction, man.
God.
I said 6-0.
That
Was it
Pepe.
Eddie or
Was that
Pepe?
Pepe?
It was Pepe.
Pepe was
Pepe.
the second
That
bit.
Cheeky.
Eddie was the
Let me see
first one.
this. That flick was rude.
Sure, it was Eddie.
Yeah,
That was Eddie, yeah.
Eddie.
Oh, Odegaard's feet.
Odegaard
That
done
was
well.
that
I
was
think
nice.
Odegaard's had a really good game.
That was nice.
He's good at that. Howie Fizz is right. It's going to be hard to get a ticket this season. It's going to be hard. I mean, depending how it starts.
Not for me. I've got a season ticket.
Yeah.
I'm only joking.
Yeah, but people are, I hear that. I hear
I'm
that.
only
But for people,
No,
yeah,
it will be hard. It will be hard.
Depending on how I'm going to be honest, depending on that first game goes, I reckon as well. But yeah. Who's this? Called Thomas 098 says, do you think we should do our best to sign Bowen?
I like Bowen, man. I really like Bowen.
I think he fits the profile.
I think he's a top player, and I feel like he adds a lot of goals to our team.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's not only a creative sort of winger, he's more of a goal scoring
See
winger.
our captain there. Got to get used to calling him our captain.
But I'll be honest, I think it'll be really tough to get him. Really tough to get him.
It will. I mean, I think they'll ask for. That is outrageous, by the way.
Yeah, did
Sorry.
you see that,
But
Saliba?
in a good way,
Saliba,
people.
Saliba's a ball. Saliba's a ball. Saliba's a ball playing centre back. That's what you can do.
Bro, do you know how tight that space was for him to do that, though? That's
That was
mental.
Ramsdale's fault. To be
Yeah, it
honest.
was a poor ball out.
And in the Premier League side,
Cedric's
that
playing
would have been
left.
cut out.
Lovely. Oh, what ball!
Offside. It's got to be offside.
Come on,
No, it's
come on.
not.
Do
It's on.
not miss this.
Think it. Oh, goal. Eddie.
Six!
Call me. Hey. Yo, what you saying?
Yeah, no, my good man's good still.
That's
You good,
it,
yeah?
man,
You see
I'm
that,
good.
though? Hey, it's mad.
Oh, bro, it's calm, man. I'm doing what you did. I got hat-trick. It's your turn now,
That's
man.
crazy, man. It's crazy.
That's
Hey,
it.
Right, let me just call
Jack
Gabriel.
had done
Call
very
me.
Hey, Gabby, hey, you're doing a madness
Call
this
me,
season, bro. Big
Nketiah.
up, keep
Call
doing the
me.
thing.
I'm just happy Eddie got a goal.
Xhaka
Call
done very
me.
well for that.
Listen,
Xhaka's ball
my
was
prediction.
brilliant.
I said
Yeah.
6-0.
Great assist.
Oh, through the legs.
Look at this ball.
Oh, he's onside. Wow.
Onside, yeah.
Way
It's good
onside.
position from Martinelli, though, as well.
Yeah.
Staying
Yeah.
in his half.
But that's what they give you, both of them.
Eddie finished
Yeah,
it.
yeah, well said.
One bottom corner. The way he finished it, very intense.
Yeah. And then runs off.
And you know it is very good, play from Martinelli there to keep his composure and not be too greedy with it.
Yeah.
He saw the ball.
Yeah.
Thought, you know what? Let me
In
slow
that
it through.
situation, it's always the right thing to do. When you're 2-on-1 like that,
You have to.
and the runner's just behind you, it just makes so much sense.
Yeah,
Yes,
and we
you
said
can
it.
bury it yourself,
Yeah.
and when you bury it yourself, you look confident. But sometimes you just need to make sure the goal goes in.
Well done, Gabby.
Played.
And we said it. If Nketiah comes on, he will score a goal.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
said it.
Yeah.
Reece Nelson coming on for Martinelli, who's this as well.
That's
We
good
got-
as well to see Reece on.
Is that
few
Marquinhos
minutes.
coming
Reece
on?
boy.
so.
Better be.
Xhaka's
No,
coming
no.
off. Good play,
Well
Xhaka.
done.
Good.
Xhaka's coming off as well after
Who's
a good little
coming on
moment
for
there.
Xhaka?
Marquinhos will come on in the first batch of stuff. They should have.
It's all right. He's
definitely
going to
not
get
for this
5
season.
minutes.
Sambi.
No, Sambi.
Sambi's coming on.
Lokonga.
Oh,
his hair.
Sambi's changed his hair, yeah. He's had some braids.
After he scored that goal, yeah. He scored that header against Chelsea.
Oh, like Seville should be stressed, man.
Oh,
This is not a
Can't
good.
really
It's not
see
it's not a
clearly
good
yet.
thing to go back.
But listen, I'll be honest,
6-0.
and I will say this. Listen, and obviously, look, it's a pre-season game, and we're gassed because we're scoring 6 goals in a game. But I'm telling you right now, a lot of Premier League teams won't have that much space. That's
No, no
shocking.
way, no way.
Sevilla, shocking.
But everyone keeps saying it's
Like,
pre-season. But if
Sevilla
we were
have
6-0, I'll
been
be.
poor.
Sevilla, yeah, but you know what?
Poor, like worse than poor.
Have we got a phone number today for the full-time reaction show? Shortly. There will be a phone number on the screen, people. At full-time. It is full-time. Get your video
Well
reactions
done,
in right now, people. Get them in now to that number on the screen. 6-0 win, last pre-season game before Crystal Palace. So get all your thoughts in, how the pre-season's gone, the new signing so far. Are we ready for Crystal Palace? James is going to conduct the full-time reaction show as usual. You got about 10 minutes, 15 max to get your videos across, and we'll go through them. James will be joined by guests rotating for the hour or so. And yeah, love for the love as always. What are you guys saying? 6-0 win?
Look at our smiles.
Couldn't ask for anything more, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, nice
pillow man's
victory,
there
clean
again.
sheet. Saliba,
Brilliant
Gabriel
Who's
working
that?
well together.
Who's that? Talking with.
I'm not sure. Arteta's talking to.
Is that one?
That's
Maybe they're
one
one
of
of
the
their
players.
stars. Oh, is it a
Yeah,
player?
that's
Sorry.
one of
Oh, okay.
Ain't got his top on.
But yeah, no, couldn't ask for anything more. Brilliant performance, 6-0, from top to bottom, brilliant defensively. I think performances all round was amazing. All we need to do now is carry on this momentum into the season. The big one against Palace, that's the big one now. And I think until then now, we have to, listen, we couldn't ask for anything more during pre-season. We've done everything that we'd want to see from a team during pre-season.
You understand? I'm not going to get too carried away with it, but we've done what we need to do.
Helen?
Yeah, literally. Bring on the season. Let's just hope we deliver this week in, week out.
Are you at Palace?
No.
Oh, so you're here with us, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Sess, what are you saying?
We've got that. I'm joking. People chill, I'm playing. But I am very excited for the season to start. Look at the eyes. No, I'm very happy. I can't lie. I think it's just been the whole pre-season tour and then this now. I really do want to feel to get carried away, but listen, until we see what happens at Palace, we can't. But I'm very excited for Friday, and big up to the team, big up to boys, big up to Mikel Arteta and everyone in the behind the scenes, big up Edu and the people doing
Do we all agree that the team that started today starts against Palace Friday?
Yes.
Yeah,
for me.
100%.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
For me,
but yes, yeah.
Obviously,
but-
we'd like to
but-
see some depth on the bench in terms
Yeah.
of Tommy Asu, Vieira and
Yeah.
Tierney, hopefully.
But you know what? I don't want them rushed. Like, at the end of the day, let's just get our boys ready. Like, there's no panic. That team is more than capable of going over to Crystal Palace, in my opinion.
I know we're
getting
worried
a win.
about Palace because obviously we haven't had last year, all right, Palace kind of cost us.
And don't forget, there was...
Palace.
Yeah, exactly. And there were circumstances, even in our first game of the season.
Last year with the COVID and the injuries.
And there was lots of reasons. So we're going in clean slate now, new season, new personnel,
Majority of business done.
great signings so far, and hopefully maybe a few more to be added until the end of the
Palace
window.
it will be a lot different. They are. Listen, like I said at the beginning, we are very aware of their
You've got to
quality.
give them respect. Yeah,
it's not going to be this, but I mean, we're in good stead. We're in good stead for the first game of the season. It's a lot better than last year's pre-season.
Definitely.
We definitely weren't.
We can only
in this
judge
position.
it for what it is up to now.
Exactly that. And right now we're in a good place. So bring it on. Bring on next Friday against
Bring
Palace.
on Patrick Vieira.
How are you feeling? Well, I'll get in the fan cam actually. We'll do it in the fan cam because
cool.
I want to know how you're feeling.
Cool. People, you're going to hear my thoughts on the fan cam. This has been another Matchday Live. Big up Souls, Helen and Cecil to my right. Hope you guys have enjoyed. We have enjoyed the result and the performance. There's still a phone number on your screen. Continue getting your video reactions in, people. Not only to the 90 minutes, to the whole of pre-season, the new signings, and the Palace game to come this Friday. Give us a mix of reactions and thoughts, and James and a couple of guests will be going through it in about 10-15 minutes. The regular fan cams will be out as usual. Robbie's at the ground. He'll get them done there. Cecil's with me here. He'll get us guys done over here. So look out for that, people. Put your notification bell on. You know what it is already. Love for the love. 12K in the building. Hit the like button on your way out and join us over at Full Time Reaction. Peace. We're out.